Audio live. Hello, greetings, friends,
Hello.
comrades, compatriots from across the airwaves.
Well,
Here we are, streaming again on Diesel Shot. Um, Last time on High Road, a lot of violence happened in a wood with some weird people. Adventure occurred, and Tento set off into the woods to retrieve something from afar. And, oh, also, some hyenas showed up and said, "It's time for dinner." Um, yeah. And Zion built a desk, and he's going to educate this dwarf on why forged metal is cool. I think that just about covers it, right? Yeah, that's what happened last time. Um, Now, if you are wanting to, add a little something something to the mix here, uh, maybe participate a little in the going of events. You've got a few ways to do that. If you scroll down to the About section and hit Money Honey, you can donate to the bar that is below the words High Road, right under my face. And if you want to, if you do that and we build up to the bar all the way to the $50 mark, a wild magic surge will occur and things will get crazy. Other than that, there is, for no money at all, the button that you can hit to give a Dangerous to Go Alone. It is the channel reward points button. It does not cost any money. You click Dangerous to Go Alone, you type in a character's name, and you give an item or insight in the moment that the character needs it the most. And yeah, all that said and done, I think that's where we're at. In the immediate aftermath of this fight, Tenta was left, you don't know for how long, and a tribe of gnolls has arrived. It turns out that, word has spread that you were intending to have a big dinner with them, and so when they heard there was food, they came running. Your army has arrived, and you're close to a supply depot, but you're presently outside of a village. Zion, they have disturbed your classroom because it's right behind this nice desk you just built. And the body is flooded with the field is flooded with the dead and dying people who were using sticks and rusty weapons to try and assault you. Yeah, I mean, really, the question is, how do our remaining heroes here respond? Oh, and also, while you do that, I'll fix the fucking cameras.
hey guys, are are you associated with the Knolls?
Lonnie just like lies on her back, not wanting to deal with this. She just wants a nap.
I'm asleep here.
Kind of.
May I ask how you're associated with the Knolls?
We captured their leader.
Oh shit.
A prima donna lets out a howling song and she says, "Ooh, you did. And now you've captured our hearts with the offer of savory Taguchi meat." A horrible chorus rises, fills the night. Not night, even, late day, and birds take off from the dead trees nearby. Your forces are arriving now. Dak has them in tow. They're a little alarmed to see the gnolls, but they look into you and see that you're not fighting, so they don't make any drastic moves.
Yeah, we have to first get to supply depot.
That's all right then. We'll just meet up with a party and make our way over to the soiree. And you see them like hop into the hole and begin like digging around, but some of them go sniffing around up top, and they pick over like some of the rusted. One of like the shorter, only like 6 foot tall males hunches down, picks up a rusty sword, sniffs, bangs it on the ground. It snaps easily, and he then like pushes the blade to the ground, cracks it all the way off, holds up the hilt, and says, "Oh, we can melt it down," and throws it onto their belt of junk. They disperse rather swiftly after that.
Now Lonnie's gonna try to continue her short rest.
What arrangement do you guys have with the gnolls? What dinner? I didn't realize they had formal occasions, I guess?
Durok makes a horrible, pained, groaning sound as he lies unconscious on the desk of Zion. Some teeth and blood, drooling from his unconscious mouth.
We were gonna have them dig for us a tunnel, a magical tunnel.
I'm surprised you guys were able to convince them to do something like that. They
We captured their leader.
Okay, you said that. Dang. How did you manage that? I can't imagine that being an easy feat. They're a fucking army. No one's really been able to stand up to them, like at least not toe to toe. Not with their logistics.
I mean, we also have an army.
Yeah, but their logistic, like of their abilities. Do you guys have something similar to that?
No, we kind of just beat them up.
I see. Well, I guess we should get going.
Yeah,
They kinda
I
just
guess
left.
So. Let's go.
Yes. So, Zion, when you go, do you pick up Durok and like throw him over your shoulder?
I'll throw him to Daktak.
Daktak.
Really
Daktak has like
think we should-
a big club in both hands, and he sort of like extends his hands out to create a tray, catches Durok, and Daktak says, "Oh, dwarf acquired."
Dwarf?
And the goblin's like,
Yeah.
"Ah, a dwarf?"
Oh.
Falls into the hole.
Amazing. The goblins are and hobgoblins are poking around, showing up, and they're like, Lord Morenlos, what are we doing? Was there a fight here? Oh, it looks like you already killed everyone. Sorry, we're late."
Zion, I thought you said we need to go to the
Yeah,
supply
yeah,
drop
I'm-
first.
I'm just looking in here real quick.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna follow the nose all the way down.
Do
Alright,
I
I'm sorry.
see
That was...
anything? What do I see?
It spies with its little eyes.
Give me, I would say, a perception.
A perception.
Very nice. Down in the hole, you see several tunnels leading out in a few different directions. Most of them are recently dug, but one of them is larger and slopes down and looks like it's been excavated a few wide.
Alright, I'm flying back out.
The army is a little confused at all of the dead people. But they look around and they're like, oh, it doesn't look like they have anything worth looting.
Well, let's go. We should get our way.
Before we fully head out, I'm gonna go back to the I can't remember. Was he the village elder? Like just the
Yeah.
elderly guy that we talked to first.
Yeah.
And ask him if they could do like any last rites for the fallen here.
All right. So they walk out here. You walk over here, and you ask the elder about it. And the elder, takes a little hit of what he's smoking and says, "Oh, I don't know about that. You see, we've had quite a few people around here." And he points his, gesticulates broadly towards the, like, tent town built up around his main town. And it is pretty full of people who do not look like they're having a great time. And he points to what looks like a graveyard and like a small opening nearby. And it looks like there's a lot of fresh dirt and carts nearby. He says, "We don't normally bury the Chuddites, even if I wanted to make an exception." He shrugs a little and says, "Oh, room's taken up as it is, and we're trying to do what we can with what Tyke Stein was left around, but we ain't got much. We ain't got much left. Of course, the normal procedure is to say a little something, something, and then put them all in a pile and, if you know what I'm saying, somewhere the fire won't take."
Well, I will say do what you must, but I just don't want to leave the bodies on the ground and just
Ooh, I agree.
rot
Something
you,
something might come
will
by to
cause more
eat 'em.
problems later.
Yes, well, we can't have those bodies getting back up and shambling around now, can we? No good. And there's lots of things in these woods that are attracted to blood and meat.
Does it actually seem like there's anyone who can't even do the proper rites?
Right now you're like, like slightly outside of town. Like it's perhaps a kilometer away from where you're standing. You do not see a shrine structure from where you're standing, and you can see the graveyard from here. But part of your view of the graveyard is occluded by, it's sort of like down into like a depressed area outside of town, and like the lips of the earth, like this on the side of the earth, like kind of obscure. It's possible there's some over there, but you don't have eyes on it from here.
How long do rites take?
It depends on how particular you're being about them. You could get it done in like, a few minutes, or it could take a few hours, depending. Especially for people who you don't like know the names or anything of.
Durok's unconscious, isn't he?
Well, they all don't have licenses on their body. Government issued a wagon license.
Unfortunately, there's no photo ID out here. The Chuddites reject photo ID. That's when they decided society had gone too far and they needed to return to tradition of smacking rocks and screeching in the woods.
I guess Lonnie's gonna go back down while they're talking and just start getting ready for it.
Zion would like to help.
Oh, bless Lonnie's not gonna have to carry any more corpses around.
All right, yeah. So you
Shall we disarm them first?
Did she witness that conversation? I don't think their arms are gonna be of much use, so I don't see why we need to.
Okay.
Kai, I can see Kai trying to figure out how to misinterpret that.
Alright.
What? Nah.
Alright, so, someone, so Dak Dak comes back, he's got Durock, and he says, ugh, these are chudlings. You,
Mhm.
and kind of looks at you and says, you left some alive. Should we... Kind of looks expectantly. Finish them?
I don't see the need to unless the village is constantly in danger or can't handle the amount that's left.
The village elder smokes and says, we don't get on with the Chudlings. We try to avoid any conflict, and we don't really have any prison facilities out here in the village either.
Oh, I didn't mean to imprison them. I meant like, can you get them to move away? Not be in the area. That sense.
Well, yes, but he stops a moment and he just says, let's just say that when a Chudling decides to do something, they don't tend to leave any survivors, and we haven't grown accustomed to returning the favor. If we just leave them alive out there, he shrugs and says, he points back to the tent town surrounding his village and says, if you don't take the loot or the people or finish them, bury them pretty quick, then sooner, like come nightfall, some people out there are going to decide that something's better than nothing and make a go of it. And he kind of shrugs. Some of those people lost their homes to Chudlings, and they won't think twice about it.
Well, they are currently out for a while, so I'll leave it up to.
Well, they're not going to try and make a move in the presence of your fine assembled companions here. He gesticulates to the fact that you've got like over 100 people in your army standing behind you.
I don't think we would interfere, right? Lord Morelos, sorry. Do you have a strong opinion on the situation, or just?
He BRB'd.
Look at the
I don't know if he's back.
No,
Oh,
okay,
did he?
sorry.
No.
Oh, you
Yeah.
are back.
I don't think we would. Yeah, unless anybody gets in our way.
All right. Well, then I suppose we'll it'll be handled however it gets handled, I suppose. And he takes a long drag and says, sorry if you're here to buy any provisions, but what we had on hand's mostly been cleared out pretty recently. Anything that could be spared to sell.
I think we're okay. I don't know. I don't need much myself, so. But I don't know, I guess they do have an army. Zion, you mentioned a supply drop. I think we're set, maybe? Question mark?
Well, then. You'd be safe. He looks up, kicks the grass a little, and says, "It looks like night's falling, and I smell rain on the air. So I think I'm gonna make my way back towards town. I'll let the villagers know that if anybody is looking to go prospecting, nobody's gonna stop them." He kind of like looks at you and like kind of like makes an awkward half bow to Morenlos and makes his way back towards the village. Meanwhile, Bartigo rolls up and with the cart in tow behind, says, "Hey, looks like we found the drop site. It's a little bit of a push through the woods, but the place it is mostly cleared out. We're dead. Some old farmstead. There's room to set up camp."
All right. Let's help Lonnie with the last rites first.
Alright, Bardiga takes one look and he's like, oh, Chudlings? Alright. Guess we don't want them standing back up. And, Lonnie, you see that there's, like, dead people, and then there's also unconscious people who are gonna, wake up eventually. You want to just gather up a bunch of bodies and do something about that? Or...
I'm also curious, have we seen like the no holes collapse or anything before?
Yeah.
So they're not stable.
Not all. Some of them are very stable, some of them are not. Zion probably knows more. It has investigated extensively.
Hey Zion, is that hole going to be a danger or anything? Like, is it gonna make the ground collapse or anything?
Yeah.
Is it gonna collapse?
Is it gonna go?
Some of the side tunnels will. The main tunnel won't, but for a while. I mean, it's not like a mine shaft. But I mean... you want to, like, bury the dead in there?
No, Lonnie's gonna try to direct the like any helpers to put the unconscious ones in there.
Oh, yeah, sure. I mean, you've got, like, an army's worth of people. The hobgoblins and goblins and bugbears, like, okay. And then, like, a short matter later, there's fucking, like, a half dozen unconscious people thrown in there. Or, I mean, not a half dozen, like 3. Killed a lot of people.
And I'm gonna try to do the rites by the weird shrine-looking thing.
Oh, their shrine?
Yeah.
Alright, so you anybody who's helping Lonnie would be down in, like, this southern area, so you're free to move yourself here or not. Sorry, Morelos accidentally grabbed you at the same time. Yeah, you're free to move yourself down here if you want. You get close, right? And you gotta, like, there's a few different ways you can do the funerary rites. But generally speaking, burning the candle is slightly traditional. If you're trying to,
Cool.
do something like more than nothing. And roll me a quick religion.
Yeah.
So you you spread a little salt in, like, a traditional ceremony, and you light the candle, and you begin the prayer to send the Chudlings on their way, the lost and the dead spirits here, and you try to dismiss the lingering forces present here. And normally this isn't really like a magical ritual. This is more of a religious ceremony, but you feel something tugging at the corner of your eye behind you.
Which eye?
The eye that doesn't see so good anymore. Towards the altar behind you, that 2 dead bodies are splayed across, blood soaking into it. The eye almost seems to see, when it looks at this hunk of horrible trash. You keep a bandana over your gray eye most of the time, right?
Yeah.
Despite the bandana, perhaps in the black box presence of this bandana, you begin to see, when you, like, close your eyes really hard and you see those, like, electric lights glowing?
Yeah.
It's like that. But you see it lines up with the shape of the altar. This rough-hewn rock covered in junk and trash. To your
Can my eye go back to
unseen
not
eye,
seeing, actually? That'd be so much better.
you see an outline of this almost like a sitting figure. Although you're not quite sure how many legs and arms it has, and if it's sitting or if it's more like a centipede breaking the surface of the earth. And its face is hideous, but its expression is ecstatically pure. Gormless is one way to describe it. You look upon it and immediately think it utterly idiotic. You've witnessed something that is hard to take in. Give me a wisdom save.
I presume it's not magical.
This is about fear.
Does it look like a bunch?
No.
I
Wow.
think Lonnie might recognize if it's at least an anorak.
Yeah, no, Lonnie does not think. Alright, so. You're afraid.
Also, if it was Kabancho, I think Lonnie would just automatically fail.
Lonnie is, feels something catch in her throat and her ears tingle, and it seems as if though you're seeing this altar in its fullness for the first time, and now you're scared because you don't know what it is or what it means. Most of your experience with, religious things outside of your ghosts and like the angel that attacked you have been, kind of vague, and even if you had a spiritual sense from them, you didn't see something like this. And you don't know what to make of it. This isn't a deity acknowledged in any religious system that you've been brought up in. This isn't a spirit revered or even spoken of. This is Chud. And a deep knowing sets into you, seeps into your bones, and it makes you grow restless. You are about to finish the ritual very well when you shake and an unexpected wind cuts the wick of the candle, and a boom in the distance sends you scurrying under the protection of Zion's arms. Because Zion is like a nice rain shield.
Yeah, Zion's literally like twice my height.
What is wrong?
Is that normal?
Did
Wait.
you blow that wind?
That wasn't.
That wasn't me.
Lonnie's also just gonna like look at them and like, is the figure still on the?
You look towards it, and your gray eye no longer shows you anything. But here's what makes it worse. Now, when you look at it and see it physically, you can't help but see what the artists were going for. You know the image they were depicting. You know something great and graven and terrible. You can recognize the face of Chud, the gormless idiot god, and it chimes an unfathomable, unthinking chord within you, sending a shudder down your spine.
Well, I do I have that equipped?
What equip?
Is this made out of stone?
So, yeah, so this is a rock that's been, like, stripped. Like, it's like the tip of a hill that's been, like, stripped of dirt and grass. But, like, there's still some mud clinging to it. And it's had, like, metal on it. And, like, they've chipped away at bits of it. And trash, like, molded up on top of it. But, yeah, it's rock. It's stone. The base of it is stone.
And how often do... Yeah, you know what? This thing's bad news. Lonnie's gonna take out the Medusa scale whip and strike at the
Oh, shit.
structure.
Now, the Medusa scale whip, doesn't that take the form of something and then you can transform it?
I don't think I actually ever did that.
Oh,
I think
okay.
I just had it.
Alright,
on
so
me
you just have a
for
whip
while.
and you just whoosh, Indiana
But it
Jones
also
it.
deals critical damage against stone constructs.
Roll me that attack.
Shit.
Oh wait, no, that's not where it is.
You guys see Lonnie just whip out a whip and just, like, Indiana Jones is fucking rock. Holy shit!
So how does
deal
that work?
critical damage against stone constructs, like I said.
Roll me that. I mean, roll me the damage. But you know what? I'm gonna say what happens is you fucking crack it down the center, and you leave a great and terrible rocky gash as it breaks apart and kind of like crumples. Like the debris falls off and crumples some of the corpses up against the altar. And Lonnie, even as you destroy it, you feel as if though like the wind groans and crones and all of the branches sway heavily. And in the groaning of the lumber, Lonnie, you almost feel like you hear like a sigh of relief.
Lonnie, wasn't this like an altar that's, you know, kind of significant and important?
Look, it's bad news. I mean, just look at this place. Look,
But
it's
who are you
done.
to judge these?
Yeah.
Who are you to judge these people's culture?
Now, so the goblins are putting them in like shallow graves, right, for the chudlings?
Yeah.
I didn't. It seemed like we were gonna go. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
I
you,
don't
oh,
think
so
exactly
you,
spent.
all right. So you spent the time to do the ritual, but like you just sort of like threw the bodies in a pile. All right, yeah.
Can we just throw the body in the no hole?
Yeah, the conscious people, unconscious people are in the no hole. You could throw a body in too.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if the Knolls would appreciate a bunch of dead bodies in their hole, unless that
Okay,
was the meat
fine.
that they were promised.
Let's just say yes, and I start throwing bodies in there.
All right, yeah. You toss a few bodies in there. The goblins, your present soldiers watch this, shudder a little, and says, "I'd hate to be the guy who wakes up under a bunch of dead bodies," and sort of shrug.
Let's
Yeah. So
let's just.
the
We
remains
need
are
to go,
moved.
right? Let's just go.
Yeah, we need to go.
Yeah, the rain begins to soak and seep away at a lot of the bloodstains, and your fine new desk collapses under the sogginess, unfortunately. But
No.
yeah, the party moves away.
Can only take one last look that general direction to see if
Mhm.
there's still anything.
Take one last
Are they-
look, and you look. Roll me investigate, honestly.
Oh yeah, I'm so great at that. Especially when I know how to spell investigate. There we go.
You see, it just looks like the rock just looks like rock now, like a barren head on shaggy shoulders when compared with the raised small hill at its top.
Everything's fine. I totally didn't potentially anger a very creepy god. And you know what? Let's just go.
Yep.
Let's just go.
Or
Yep.
release an ancient spirit or something along those lines.
Of course not. Everything's fine. This land's gonna get better, and I don't ever have to deal with the consequences of this ever again. Goodbye.
Oh yeah, because that's totally us.
Mhm.
We don't have to deal with consequences ever.
Yeah,
Alright.
like a punch it.
It is night and raining. You guys are a little soaked when you pull up to the drop site. You hear a familiar, distant voice say, "Hey, where's everyone?" Yeah, but I mean like the people in charge, not you. Nah, yeah. No, I mean where's the anorak? Oh, damn. Another one to make Getty pay for. And yeah, you guys see Kaiser swinging out around the building. Your officers and such have rolled up, as has basically your whole army, and people are now setting up tents in what tree line is left, or just out in the rain. Kaiser approaches you. He's a little confused to see Hiroshi, but he doesn't really remark upon it. He walks up and says, "Hey, so I got everything you asked for, and there's plenty of food to spare."
Kaiser, it's good to see you, my friend.
Oh, she.
Glad you're well.
Hey, wait, it is you. He looks up and down
Yeah.
and says, wait, what happened? Oh, okay, so I take it you all been to Radachi then.
Yeah, that's what you and guys told me to do, right?
Yeah.
You guys told me to wait for them.
Yeah, we were waiting for things to go down, but you know how it is in this business. You're never sure exactly when something's going to happen. All right, yeah, this is good. This is good. So he looks back and forth. He thinks about it for a moment. He's like, do you still have it with you? He kind of makes like a rocking motion with his fingers.
Yeah, I do.
Good.
Safe.
That'd be useful. Be really useful. Looks around and he says, so, I see your army's growing.
I just motioned behind me. I'm like, is it? I don't know.
Yeah, there's many. Yeah, the army sort of like slowly arrives, and you know the cart rolls up, and the many soldiers arrive. You guys went back and retrieved Hazel, right? Yeah.
Yeah, we
Do we?
did. Yes.
Oh, that's right.
Okay. Oh yeah.
With the thieves. Gotcha.
Yeah.
You had a whole mob boss moment.
Look. It was a long day, okay?
Yeah. Your friends are all rolled up and beginning to establish camp. And Kaya says, "Well, lucky you. This abandoned farmstead does have one building that some people can sleep in. Use it for yourselves or the wounded or whatever. Anyway, yeah. So with Rodachi under your control, I mean, a lot of the region is going to be very, very swayable by now. There's a few rebel forces, and I imagine others will be making their moves. Do you know what's happening with the Northern Green brands? With Rodachi falling, I'm imagining they're going to make their move."
No idea.
Kaiser shrugs and says, "All right, not your department." Well, one other thing I will say is I've seen some gnolls poking around here these past few days,
Oh,
Yup.
particularly since about this afternoon. It was
Yeah,
scattered
they're
reports
here.
until recently.
for a feast.
A feast with you.
Yes.
All right then.
Wait.
Well, there's plenty of food in there. I will warn you, they have a high standard for the proof of their alcohol, so you'll want something to get them sloshed. Anyway, I mean, they'll probably bring their own, but you know, if you're trying to show out for your guests. I don't know what the occasion is. But, yeah. Oh, by the way, do you have any prisoners?
Yes.
All right, like,
I thought he was a student. Out of character?
Same difference. Alright.
Oh, right. You're right, though.
he's like, ah, yeah. So, we might have a prisoner exchange in the works out east. If you have anybody from the heel who could hand over, we might be able to get some people they captured over there.
He's not from the heel.
Oh, well, I don't care.
Okay.
Other than that,
Hey,
there's a shanty town around the village, some desperate people. It's possible you could recruit some people from there if you're looking to bolster your ranks. They're not the most veteran fighters in the world, but they look like they could fight if they needed to. They're getting fed.
what happened to the people we sent out of town with some of our arms?
Kaiser says, "Oh, them? They're with some Reedwalker village out in the southwest. Yeah, they're adjusting. They've lived. CADCon people? Yeah. Shark's cousin was with them, right? Dirk?
No,
Yeah.
no, the people we sent out of Radachi that were part of the heel.
The one that we mixed in with the Erzabosor, well, before like
Oh yeah.
Ah,
Like,
those
just don't
prisoners.
happen?
Those prisoners are in the care of the heirs of Osor. So you have them.
We can hand those over.
It's up to you. Did you mention this to Kaiser?
I will remind Lord Morelos that he has some prisoners.
Oh yeah, right. Those ones. Yeah. Yeah, you can take those guys too.
Great. We'll get some more people out. Anyway, we've got it all set up. There's only one bed inside, and definitely smelled like it was growing mold in it. But hey, I've slept on worse. And yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. The only thing left is to establish where the next drop will be, but we can handle the finer details between me and I think you have a logistics guy now, right? That Piotr, the halfling.
Yes.
Yeah. Sounds good. Well, I'll see you. I'll be around for tonight. Looks like the rain's cut in, and I'm not gonna head out into the woods in these conditions. So you get settled in, and Kaiser heads off to talk with various people and get things going. But lo and behold, there is pallets on pallets of supplies drawn out from a cellar beneath the building.
So you guys are affiliated with the Knolls, Greenbrand, and the Reed Walkers? Y'all been busy.
Meanwhile, Tento is dangerously goes alone.
What time of day is it?
It's night.
What time of night is it?
It's like afternoon, evening, early
Yeah.
evening.
Oh, I get one too. Thanks.
Let's call for a feast.
Oh yeah.
They're like, Barley's like, what? A feast? We can't get ready for a feast in that short of a notice, Zion. I mean, we're probably gonna need at least a day if we're really gonna set up a camp here and get cooking.
I mean, we're just feasting with the Knolls.
I know. I'm trying to. All right. Yeah. He's like, yeah, sure. I mean, if you say so, boss. He kind of looks at Morelos. We do have a lot more mouths to feed now, but we can share, I suppose.
We can do a mini feast.
I'm not sure that they do mini, but all right.
It's a
Okay,
potluck,
let's ask
right?
them. Ask them what kind of feast they want. Maybe we can add Elephantis in there.
But, oh my.
There's
Bardigas.
more than one solution, it doesn't have to be on this.
Bardiga's like, yeah, it's gonna be
There's
it's gonna take a while.
There's the Elephantis there when I get back.
Probably in part because we've only seen groups of gnolls running around. It seems like they're all getting together here, so we might have to have it as they arrive. Anyway, tuck in for the night because it looks like it's going to be a pretty heavy rain. But we'll get the food ready. I'll take over the back of the building as a kitchen.
If only Tento was here to stop us.
Not gonna
Goodbye,
lie. I
Elephantis.
think Elephantis can stop you, but
Elephant is pretty deadly. The rain comes down hard. Everybody sort of breaks into their tents and camps and tries to make do with what they have. Where does the party settle up for the night? And what would you spend? It's I'll tell you this. The Knolls are arriving over the course of about a day, and they're building up. And all of them want to eat as they arrive, but the formal feast probably isn't going to begin until, like the bulk of them are here. So it's not happening tonight. Although they are happy to just begin eating whatever you give them. Ooh, tasty. What do you guys want to be doing over the course of about a day?
Tinker.
Question. Oh,
And I will say this, Lonnie, as you you look around, right? And Lumi sort of like, barks and points you towards something. It's like a carving, the kind you'd make with like a pocket knife or like a dagger on the edge of this, and it's like a weird symbol etched into the wood. It doesn't seem to make any sense at first, but when you look at it, it almost looks like the side profile of a really dumb face.
does anyone else notice this? Or is it just Lonnie?
If anybody else even, like, it looks like there's an etching there, but there's absolutely nothing remarkable about it, and even Lonnie doesn't notice it until Lumi points it out.
You know what? You know what? Sleep in the rain's fine. Yep.
Or she's gonna be sleeping in the rain. He's not gonna take up indoor space.
Just nope. Nope.
Zion
Lonnie,
will
why
also
did
sleep
Lonnie ever get involved with religion?
What was that,
Sorry,
Zion?
what was that guy?
Zion will also be outside.
All right.
Tinkering.
You tinker in the rain? Is that okay?
What's wrong with tinkering in the rain?
I don't know. I feel like you just get rusty.
I guess Lonnie's gonna go and ask around for a blanket because she lost hers.
All right.
No one really provides. I hand you my winter cloak.
That thing probably smells
Piotr
bad.
definitely has like extra blankets. He's like, yeah, have one of the blankets from the supply drop. You guys really are in good with the you know who. He waggles his eyebrows at you. Yeah. What kind of rate are they cutting you on this? What's the per unit, huh? I mean, it looks like you're shopping in bulk.
Look, I'm really tired.
Yeah, sure. Take the blanket. It's on. I mean, the house, and
Thanks.
he heads back to the kitchen area where cooking is beginning. You hear howls in the distance, almost as if halfway surrounding the camp, as more and more gnolls trickle in.
Can Lonnie get in a short rest before whatever goes down?
I mean, yeah, sure, you can get a short rest. The gnolls just continue to arrive.
Don't we have a day to do shit? Is that what's going on right now?
They're arriving over the course of a day.
Oh, okay.
Like the first of the gnolls were already here before you had that conversation.
Oh, okay. Let's see. What does Lonnie need to do? You know what? I guess. Well, Lonnie wants to go ask Zion if he can figure out what's up with this little charm.
You hear Elephantis like bathing himself in the rain.
Oh, he doesn't have a tent to splash.
He's
How sad.
scratching his sides on like a broken tree, so like breaking off some trees from it, branches from it.
He's very smart. He's
Hey,
using
Lena.
them tools.
But yeah, so Lonnie, you look at the cart. You know, the cart that a friend of yours really loved. You can't help but notice that it's down 1 HP because somebody broke off a bit where you sit on.
Can Lonnie mend it?
Yes. Boom. Although, wait, don't you need 2 broken bits to mend something? Or is it just an amount?
You need all the pieces to bend it.
Ah. So the question is, did somebody hang on to that board?
Didn't Miranda
I mean, it doesn't
say-
talk about needing, but it is like a single break or tear. So it's not like it can restore stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Didn't Morelos
It
have
doesn't
it?
have to be the original piece either. It's just get material all of the same kind and just
But then it won't be Cabancho's cart.
It won't have his ass print on there.
Thor ass. Come now, the
Thorax
spider.
print.
never really sat down because sitting down as an anorak's kind of awkward.
Thorax print.
And now I guess.
Yeah. Alright. So do you? Yeah, you mend it up as best you can. Really, it still looks a little dented. And yeah, just I mean, you guys can pick where you sleep. I will open up the building if you want to look around inside of it.
Bonnie's gonna sleep either under or in the cart.
Yeah, yeah. You can sleep in the cart, Oregon Trail style.
And you
Oh.
stay clear of that building.
I guess for like the next day, or she's not gonna do all too much. She's just gonna like help around the camp, get to know everyone, learn about
Yeah. We imagine that there's like there's a compilation episode of like Orochi meets the cast.
figure out who the team drunk is.
Vertiga.
Yeah. At the end of the get to know everyone episode, Orochi is like heading up to relieve someone at watch, and you see a side profile of someone you hadn't quite noticed before. But as you turn around, the outro music plays, and you see Osorka, and who is on watch. All right, but yeah, so you go through you have a bit of a day. The rains don't really let up. They sort of remain quietly drizzling, and the ambiance remains a little spoop. Unless I assume you dig in and, turtle defense up. And, Zion, you can basically stand around if you want to, but there's some stumps nearby if you want to bang on stuff.
Yeah. I'm going to try to replicate iron.
All right, I will say there are a couple of things that you don't really just want out in the rain,
Mhm.
or getting dirty.
There is a cover on the cart, right?
Yeah, so you can do it in the back of the cart because it's got covering on it.
Yeah, I'll do it in the back of the cart.
All right. Do you do that also while Lonnie is trying to sleep in the back of the cart?
Oh, my bad. While
Long
you're trying
night
to
for Lonnie.
sleep, I will go somewhere else.
I will say you see that there are people making noise all hours of the night inside of the abandoned farmhouse that they're in.
Can I go ask for a tent?
Yeah, someone's like, Pyotr has all the extra tents he's handing out.
Alright.
And yeah, you find Pyotr's in the kitchen, cooking up a little something. Yeah, it's just like onion. It's just grass form. Yeah, throw in a little, cut a little onion grass. It'll add some zest. Hey, Zion, what's up?
Hey, my friend, I need a tent.
Oh, of course. What kind of tent? Like a 2-person, like a big tent?
Big tent.
Sure. He whistles, and some people come out, and they have a fairly large tent. And he's like, "Where do you want to set up?"
Somewhere where I won't bother people that are trying to sleep.
Sure. Well, I mean, the knolls are loud as shit anyway. So hey, just put it in the ruined field nearer the knolls than not. Maybe over the mound. Yeah, between the mounds. Yeah, that flat bit of ground. It looks flat enough to me. Come on, let's put in these pegs and get going. The knolls are laughing loudly and drinking hooch. They don't seem bothered too much by the rain, mostly rolling around in it. Though some of them are digging in little holes and such. And you have a workshop tent close to the knolls now.
Nice. I would like to call on one of the Iron Sars.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one of the Iron Stars walks
Come help
over,
me.
like, And yeah, your faithful metal commanders arrive, and they say, "Commander, I'm here to help you. Commander, what can I do, Commander? Command us, Commander."
Yes. I'll just need a few hands,
Of course.
extra hands.
And they're like, "Shall we
Just
loot the
take their
bodies for
hands
those
off.
extra hands?"
No. I'll just need you to stand by and
Standing
hand
by.
the stuff
Yes,
when I need them.
of course. Yes, Commander. We will hand you, Commander. Yes, Commander. We will add more hands to your body, Commander. It will increase your
Oh.
efficiency, Commander. Yes, Commander.
I guess you could do that. All right, do it.
They're like, "Oh, Commander. Strange. I do not seem to be able to find any place, any arm sockets on your body, Commander. Commander, it seems our replacement arms are not going to fit you."
We're out of USB ports.
They think about it for a moment, and they're like, Commander, why is your body so liquid-free?"
Does it require? It doesn't require liquid.
"Commander, you don't have any blood."
No,
"Commander, how efficient."
indeed.
And
Very efficient.
yeah, they walk around, helping you out. The most of the army is pretty glad that they are hanging out with you and not like creepily standing around them, making sure they don't do anything that they would rather be doing. Because they're dampening the mood sometimes. But the Iron Stars are happy to help their commander out, and time sort of goes on. More or less a day passes in this fashion when Osor Akot is about to be relieved by Orochi. And Orochi, you're just taking a watch or whatever. It's the next afternoon. Night is about to fall again. Everybody gets a long rest, so set yourselves to full health and resources and everything. And
I'm looking to ask Zion to examine the metal charm I have.
you can do that during the period of the day. Do you?
Yeah.
Alright, Zion, you see a metal charm. Which metal charm is this?
It's a strange metal charm from the Knoll after the Knoll attack.
I'm trying to remember, but it's not like an inherently Knowlish symbol, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it didn't seem like it was related to the Knoll right after.
So, like,
I have no idea what this is.
what's the description of it?
Strange metal charm. I tried to.
I remember it
look at
was.
what
I
was.
remember that it was a specific type of item, and I remember that that's not enough for me to remember what the item is. I'm sorry. I should have given you a better name. Zion, it appears to be a strange metal charm. Roll me an Arcana.
Oh, it seems strange.
Yes, Zion, you
It seems metal.
you research so well. You go back and check the roll in VOD, and it appears to be a religious symbol, not really affiliated with the Knolls, but just sort of a piece of loot that they took and stuck to their armor, and happened to fall off or get knocked around during a fight. It's so it's not of Knollish origin, but it is a religious symbol
Okay.
of a religion I can tell you when I know what the symbol is.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't a magic item.
Not a magic item. With that, the events of the day go on, and Orochi, what's your passive perception?
My passive perception is 13.
All right, and yes, Casey.
Oh, I'm just gonna hand out stuff in chat. So.
All right. Yeah. So right as you're changing the watch, Osor Akot looks out and says, "Wait, someone's arriving from the east by horse." And when he points it out like that, you can't help but notice that it seems as if though a familiar figure is growing closer.
How familiar?
like you could almost be related because it's looking familiar. It's Tento on Huffington.
It's the me one. Attack him.
But yes, it's Tento, full health, minus the temp HP from his horse. And Tento, you have two very particular things. You found them. They have these weirdly V-shaped tilts. And the inner linings of them is almost like of this dark stone along the metal. Strange, but the pure meld blades are as expected and function as expected.
What time of day is it?
It is closing in on night. So it's been 1 day since you've seen him.
Do I see any of our main party like awake and about?
Zion doesn't sleep. And it's early enough. It's early enough. It's like it's just beginning to. The night's just beginning to set, and the Knoll presence has reached like a critical mass. So like it's looking like feast night. So yeah, I'd say everyone's probably still awake.
Yeah, I'm gonna run down to everyone, let them know, hey, your halfling friend Tento, he's back. He's alive. This is normal, right?
Yeah, so you run down to Morenlos first?
Yeah.
Because so Morenlos and Lonnie, unless Lonnie's just hanging out around Zion all day, is probably up at the
Oh,
cart.
yeah, no, probably out
Yeah.
of the rain.
Oh, is Lonnie still there? Okay. Yeah, it's normal. He's alive. That's a normal thing.
That's good. Well, yeah, he's back.
Nay! Huffington neighs as a little branch swats his face. He's like, oh.
So I'll like, kind of like, not run far, but go up to like greet him.
Darren, you're muted.
Oh, shit, is Darren been talking?
No, I only said one thing, and then I was gonna say, oh, Capitan, it's okay, buddy. You did good. You'll get a nice treat.
Give me an animal handling to see how well you tell him you did good. He makes a very pleased, horsey sound.
Yeah, good
You
boy.
get advantage for the stirring adventure you've just shared together.
I cannot control Hoopington.
Yeah, I need to fix that, don't I? Bam.
They just leave everything behind, just walk back, you know.
You should be able to control it now. Yeah.
Okay.
So Lonnie,
Never
you
leave Hoopington behind.
so Lonnie, you like run out here, and Lumi thinks to you, have fun. Don't go too far. I need a nap.
Oh,
As the Knolls will like cackle and turn towards you two and point and laugh, as if though it's
Oh,
some
God.
unspoken joke. They're licking the meat off some bones.
Sort of just sneer at them, like,
They back.
yeah. Hi, Lonnie.
welcome back.
Back.
Tento. I'm glad you're alive.
Thanks.
Lonnie
Oh, thanks.
looks upset.
Look, I said I would be back. And I'm back. Yeah?
I'm sorry I didn't realize how your group usually operates. I was just not really sure what was going on and just needed information.
No, that
Sorry, I
I
tried to
think
stop you.
it's fine. I think you acted in a normal way. We're not a normal group. But I'm
Yeah.
alive. Yeah.
Does look hurt anywhere?
Does what?
Does he look hurt anywhere?
Yeah, is Hoopington hurt?
Yeah, are either of them hurt?
It looks as if though they are both very well healed. Haha, because Tendo's looking fancy, and also like they're full up.
Yeah, see? I'm fine. Yeah?
I will say,
Lonnie's
you didn't seem fine in the middle of the Chudling camp.
You know, I just slept in a bad spot. You know, I slept in a better spot this next time around.
I've done that before. It's not pleasant.
So, why are gnolls here?
Well, you guys are affiliated with the Knolls, and
Oh yeah.
you guys are gonna have a feast together somehow.
Oh, that
you
happened
guys-
now. Ugh.
I guess.
You see, Tendo, that it looks like there's a door open, and you can see like Piotr like holding the door open and like bringing some stuff in. It looks like they're bringing like animal carcasses and shit. Like, it looks like people in hunting. It looks like, and you can smell now, even over the rain. Everyone can smell like the pungent odors of like some glazed meats and some serious cooking. There's like some like smoke coming out of the chimney on that house.
Oh, well, at least I can enjoy some nice food. Hopefully. Shit.
Did you not bring food with you when you left?
I brought rations, but like, that's not real food.
Huh? They fill you up and okay.
Yeah, but you know, I'm kind of tired eating bread,
Lonnie's
jerky.
Lonnie's gonna just thrust the last potion of healing at him.
Oh. Thank you. Does this mean you're not mad at me anymore?
Don't do that again.
Yes, ma'am. He just has his head
So
down. Yes.
confusing.
Lumi,
ma'am.
Lumi thinks to you. You know he's gonna do it again.
No.
You guys listening to each other? You guys don't listen to each other? You guys are so confusing.
It's okay, Orochi. You'll learn to
I don't understand the social cues that you guys.
bear it. Yeah, let's say
present.
bear it. Yeah, no, let's just go. It's time to eat. I'm hungry.
Yeah, it
probably
smells like a
hungry.
delicious feast has been prepared. Of various butchered meats and cleaned up karkai and herb and such. You know, a crude approximation of some tables has been banged together or found elsewhere. And
Zion quality.
Zion,
shit.
Zion, do you want to build a table for this?
No, I am currently busy.
No,
Oh,
they are. Then they
Oh,
are not
shit.
Zion quality. Zion's busy.
As Ento walks by the car, he's like, "Oh my God, Hazel's alive." That's good.
She's gonna be part of the feast.
ink
No, that's what
Right.
Huffington's for.
Ah,
Hey.
Look, you're
No.
just in time for dinner, okay?
Why are you guys eating your beast of burden?
Don't touch you, Huffington. Well, since Yufa thinks being threatened, where's Elephantis?
Who's Elephant?
The massive Sluja that's been keeping closer to the pack than most of the pack Slujas comes up to salute Tento. Doesn't have like a full spray stored in the snoot, but does just like out a little spritz.
Yep. Thanks, Elephantis.
Osor
Whiskey too,
caught
buddy.
like stands like in the distance, and then comes back down and is like, "Oh, so is someone else going to leave me from the watch?" And they're like, "Oh yeah," and then you know goes to head to the feast. Basically, everybody's headed to the feast. You know, there are some people who have gotten food early and are now on watch duty.
I'm gonna pet Elephantis. Oh. And then I'm gonna grab some food and look for Zion after I grab some food. He's probably in a quiet place.
Yeah,
The
you hear
wildest one
you see a big tent with 3 iron stars walking around saying, "Commander, allow me to hand you to this commander." The gnolls, when they see them, stay a bit further away because they remember the laser eyes cut.
I remember the terrifying laser eyes. Oh, as a Tento sort of like, he's got a plate of food. He's walking around the camp. He's just like, what the fuck? Why is he... Why is... Was that one of the Chuds that tried to kill us?
Yeah, so where is Durock being kept?
Yeah.
Wherever Dak Tech feels like storing them.
Alright, so
He's
you-
not
you-
wasting
awake
him.
right now,
He's
right?
storing him
The whole
somewhere.
day.
Alright, you told Dak Tak to store Durock somewhere. And Dak Tak said, taking care of it. You haven't heard since. You haven't seen since. Presumably he took care of it.
Never mind. If he's not out in the camp, I'm just like, okay, never mind. Where's... I'm just gonna go up to Zion. I'm like, okay, he's probably in a quiet place, I'm proven wrong. I just haven't played through like it's Zion. I'm like trying to yell over all the noise. Zion,
Yeah,
are you? What are you doing?
I am making stuff.
Does it have to be so loud?
Ding, ding.
Can you make stuff quietly?
I made bombs quietly before.
Well, then you try making this quietly. Go ahead.
I don't know what it is.
It's an Iron Man.
Oh no, that can't be done quietly. Once I hold him like a piece of meat. He's like, you want a bite? It's pretty good.
No, I'm good.
Do you need help?
If you want to, sure. How much
Oh,
of
okay.
Iron Man have I finished?
Hmm?
How much of the Iron Man have I finished?
Did we talk about how long this is gonna take?
Nope. I was just doing this because I had a day.
What are you making him out of? You just had some iron, you've been replicating it and using that?
I think I want to make this out of Tyke's.
You
Oh,
want to so Tyke is an ore and is a stone, and Tyke Stahl is like metal forged with it.
Oh,
So you want to make it out of Tyke Stahl, probably.
yeah.
Yeah. You can have you don't have that much Tyke Stahl to work with, but you could have done some of it. If you're using some that, and you just want to plate it with it, then
We
yeah,
don't?
you can have worked on
I
that.
thought we had a whole throne of that stuff.
Tyke Stahl, it's the rock.
Oh, okay.
Actually, wait, is it the rock or is it like a slag thrown to the metal? God, I can't remember anything. I'm sorry. Is it in anyone's notes?
I could have sworn it was like just the slag of it. It wasn't refined, but it wasn't just straight up ore.
All right. Point is, Zion, you're cool. You're a cool robot. You can do a lot of things. Give me a Tinkerer's toolkit.
Tinkerers.
So shaving it from the slag throne and adding in some various excess metal from like tools and looted weapons and such, you managed to begin to create the spine of a metal warrior.
I help.
Amazing.
I help.
You hear a raucous chorus of "Hey!" as somebody brings out backup. The 9-foot something matriarch who now towers as your people undo the bindings on her hands and bid her to head over and sit. And Bardia kind of like looks to you guys like, hey, things are happening. You might want to be here for this.
I'm gonna tell Zion, like, you probably want to deal with the gnolls. I'll just,
What?
yeah, they like you
Lord.
the most.
Lord Morenlo's got that.
Oh,
He's the Lord after all,
that's true.
and I don't eat. So this feast means nothing to me.
Fair
Not
enough.
wrong.
And I've gotten all I wanted. So,
I thought Cabancho would deal with this, but alas.
Ultra was gonna do it.
oh, damn. Yeah, Nintendo's a little sad for that. Like, Zion, you're not wrong. I don't think I'd say it like that.
Oh, do you people not say it like that?
We try to say a bit more tact to it, just
And the
Not
the
just
Iron Star
blur
says
it
the
out.
commander is very tactical. Yes, we are full of tact.
Yes.
no,
yeah.
no.
In a better place.
Maybe I'm not the. Ask Lonnie about
Look,
that.
he
How about
went
that?
to-
Don't
he
ask
went-
me.
Cabancho went to the doggy park for a very long
Oh my
vacation.
god. Launch was like degrading lower and lower. What the fuck, guys?
Isn't that like what parents tell their kids when the dog dies?
They go to the farm, okay?
Okay, that's what it is. Look, he went to the farm. He's just having a
Doggy
really long
park?
vacation
Oh my
in the
God.
farm.
Nintendo seems like just ask Lonnie how to explain this stuff. I'm not very good at it either, but I am better than you at it.
Is I the token Anorak friend for everyone? Is this what this is?
Oof.
Yeah. I guess I could sit outside and offer support.
That's the spirit, Zion. I'll go work on your metal man.
Nike, thank you for the Prime sub.
Ooh, thank you.
Yeah, Chapeau is out here to help Morenlo, saying, "Oh yes, Hammer Bear. Please let me prepare a seat for you." And like tipping his floofy Chapeau. And you know,
And those also have a fancy hat now.
multiple people are getting fancy hats.
I'm just wondering which
Good
one
seat
he's
down there,
wearing.
Bonnie.
Is he wearing his is he wearing his crown or the hat?
No, I gave it to somebody.
You gave it
Okay.
to Chapeau.
Yeah, give it to Chapeau.
Okay.
That's why Chapeau has a fancy hat, because Morelos gave it to
Oh,
him.
we totally got another fancy hat because we took the other guy's prisoner.
Yeah,
we
he
took
stole the other
captain's
guy's
fancy
character.
hat.
That's what it was. Okay.
Yeah. Speaking of the captain, you still have him prisoner. He's here.
Oh, the other bugbear.
Yep, Captain Catyat, who's like, "My, this seems like quite the feast with Knowles." Yeah.
Is he part of the heel?
Nope. He's not part of the heel. He's just like, a military guy. He was doing his job and he lost.
He wasn't doing his job, so he lost. One could say.
Yeah, or you did your job better, but yeah. But yeah, I mean, everybody's invited out to the feast unless you guys say otherwise. Mostly because it's easier to keep an eye on them here than it would be to let them slip away. And the Knolls are approaching, and they're drunk, but they're in good spirits. And one of them brings forward a barrel, a big sloshing barrel, and throws it down and says, "Friendship." And then they're like, "Ooh, friendship!" And someone cracks it. They take out a tankard and they just like pour it frothing down their mouth, and it immediately hits you like it's a strong scent that just tells you it's alcohol. And Captain Catyat like shudders. Who is that? Nohooch? And Orochi, that definitely smells like Noel Hooch. It's as sickeningly alcoholic it smells. It also smells kind of like delicious, like sweet. Like it doesn't taste like it's nasty. It's not. It's no Everclear, but it's definitely like very high proof.
Orochi doesn't take any. He doesn't really drink alcohol.
As for everybody else, it's like Bardia is kind of like looking at, like the party, like, oh, hey, we've got like a whole thing going down here. Does anybody like kind of like respond and like join the proceedings?
Sorry, say that one more time.
Bardiga is making meaningful glances at all the party members he can see, like, hey, we've got a thing going on here. Is you guys gonna do anything?
Lonnie, I think, is gonna stay here and observe from here.
All right. Most eyes are on Morelos because he is like the leader to see if he's gonna like take a seat and things are gonna proceed from there.
Oh, yeah, I'll sit.
Yeah. So I mean, you're like at the head of your side. Lots of stuff like they pour you some of the Noel Hooch, and there's meat brought out in various platters and some veggies as well. Various meals assembled. And yeah, the pungent odor of like some pretty good cooking overwhelms you. And there's lots to drink and eat, and the feast proceeds as planned, as the Knolls tear into the meat, roll around, laugh, dance a little, and after going over to be with her people, and back up like speaks to them, and like things go on, and the hour gets later. Back up returns to the table where Morelos is and says, "So, you kept your end of the deal, and you're wanting our help now. So, where do you want us to take you?"
Out of character, I don't remember any of this.
All right, so you guys arranged a deal whereby the Knolls would use their Knoll holes to help you travel great distances and bypass enemy defenses. And the deal was that you as a sign of good faith, you'd have a feast and release their leader, and then the tribe would come together around her again, and she'd help you out and be your ally and move you around.
And the original plan was for them to help us get into Ash Pit, or get up to Ash Pit easier, or something along those lines. Because they might not actually get us into Ash Pit, but at least close by, so that they don't see us coming, or see an army coming.
Okay, I tell him.
Now you tell her, and she's like, "Oh, all right," and that's easy. Ash Pit, yeah, it's already full of soot, death, misery. Right up right under it to make the river rise. Oh! And then all of the fucking Knolls. Ash Pit! Ash Pit's gonna burn! And they begin to like dance around, and they seem real fucking happy. And yeah.
You guys can get in Ash Pit?
Ooh.
How does that work?
We're gonna just dig right in under it. They don't build walls under cities. That's the thing they always forget. They don't remember to build under the city.
Yeah, they never have foundation.
Oh no, it's packed dirt and some cobblestones. Easy enough to chisel away when you've excavated everything underneath.
What's the capital called?
Of this province?
Yeah.
Cathator.
Yeah. Can you also get us to Cathator?
Outside? Yes. In the town? Yes. In the fortress? Ooh, oh. No.
Well, we only need to get outside.
we could do that, but it would be pretty far. Yeah, it would be pretty far, but pretty far. So we might not get you right on top of it. No, no, right on top of it, but close by. And back up. She just stretches her shoulders, rolls back. She's like sitting on her haunches, but she's still pretty tall, considering she's 9 foot tall when she stands up and doesn't crane over at all. She turns his eye on and says, so you wouldn't mind if we sort of got you in the neighborhood?
Yeah. I mean, if you like chaos, you can follow us.
Ooh. Why do you think we're here?
Indeed.
Backup's tribe seems interested in joining you for the events of this chaos, anyway. And the heirs of Osor are perhaps slightly less keen on some of this, but there is a feast going on, and it would be gauche to not participate. So some of them are participating. And Herr Baylor is at your side, Morenlos. Master, right? So Lena, Thursday. Thursday is when your Fevers happen. All of this and your Fever this week will be the last before the Kickstarter campaign, and then they'll resume after the Kickstarter campaign. Herr Baylor's at your side, and he says, Lord Morenlos, given that we are conducting an alliance, it is normally fitting to offer a toast. Might I volunteer to say a few words?
Of course.
He stands up, tankard at hand. He says, Everyone, if I might speak a moment. And, the rain's lit up mostly by now. It's slightly in the background. There's a little plinking. And everyone kind of looks at him, and looks at you, looks around. And the gnolls immediately respond by laughing, several of them falling over in the process. A tree stump twists a little of its own woods in a corkscrew movement upwards, as if though the gnollery lashing out unbidden. Goblin and the bugbear step back, and nothing further comes of it, but they all watch yes. It's a toast, drinking. And, kind of looks at them, but severely, rises and says, Ahem. Cathodak has known great violence and chaos. We have been blessed by the presence of Lord Morenlos, the one worthy to bear the hammer of Osor and follow in the saint's path. This is a sign that we, the righteous, the righteous, Bardica kind of rolls his eyes, are destined now to take our lead at the fore and reenact order over this land and wipe away the terrible things that have been done here and end the reign of petty tyrants like Gedi Varkar. And a lot of things. I'll end his bank, yes, and steal all his little treasures. And someone's like, yeah, I go for that. Yeah, we're gonna loot the treasury. Even some people on your side are getting into it. Yeah, Baylor is kind of strained. It's like, we will bring law and justice to the land that has been without it for so long, under Lord Morenlos' great and unbreakable banner, and with the coin of fate hoisted alongside it. And you do see that there is a coin of fate emblem that Bardica has had made, hoisted on the side of the house. And Bardica's like, hell yeah, I'll drink to that. And Dak Tak's like, you drink every time. Shut up, Dak Tak. We're honoring the memories of the fallen right now. Yes, and to the fallen, let us drink to them, knowing that their sacrifices have not been in vain, that honorable battle shall be conducted, and that we shall overtake our foes. Because ours is the side of the righteous, and ours is the iron will, the steel conviction, the path of the saint. In Saint Orsor's name, let us drink to victory! Cathator! Victory! Victory! And that one town, yes, and Bardiga, down, and Tankard's like, means victory, you dipshit. Cathator. He was making the whatever. Fucking knows. And everybody has a drink. The party's going, and things seem to be getting ever more raucous as the gnolls drink, your people drink, everybody sort of like commingles, sharing the meats and the hooch, and getting proceedingly more wasted. The party goes without much in the way of stopping or organization from there, and Herr Baylor, after offering his toast and having his drink, so he sits down and looks semi-disapprovingly, but without saying too much about it, out into the distance.
I
Yeah.
will go seek out Lonnie.
Nice one, Lena. Those who drink too much might need a Cathator. Oh my god. Alright, Zion. So you seek out Lonnie. You know that she's been sleeping in the tent with Lumi.
Tent.
I mean, the road tent. The cart.
The road tent, yes.
You see her there. Lonnie, what are you up to as the feast goes on?
I mean, I feel like she will, try, grab some food at some point, but she's just watching from in here.
Zion will bring you food.
Oh, yay.
Lumi smells it and comes over and she licks her lip and tries to take a bite out of it.
Lonnie's used to it, probably.
Yeah, it's slightly wolf bit hunks of meat,
I'm sure I'd bring enough.
Yeah, you're used to it.
Mind if I sit in the cart?
She, scoots over to make some room.
Scoot at the other end of the cart.
The car kind of like buckles and shifts slightly with the added weight, but it's held Zion before. You're used to it. It's sort of
Just, as long as he's centered on everything, it doesn't capsize.
Yeah, it centers itself. It's very familiar with these concepts. Lumi kind of curls up next to both of you, enjoying her Tragushi steak. And Lonnie, you see that there's a fine mix of some herbs local to Cathodak, if not this fairly dead, polluted region, and also whatever you had to hand, like onion grass thrown in, cut up, and cooked up. Some sort of glaze smeared all over it.
Damn it, I haven't really had dinner yet, Lee.
Oops. Sorry.
Tento told me to ask you how to be more tactful. Talking about how Cabancho's dead.
Lonnie,
Amazing.
Lonnie, when said that?
Jesus Christ.
You did point
Yeah.
him
I mean, yes, Cabancho did also rise from the dead. I don't think he's got quite as many believers.
We should work on that.
On what?
I don't know what.
Which part needs work?
People don't really like the word dead.
He is eternally sleeping.
That's not much better. I don't. There's not a lot of ways to talk about it.
His
This-
soul has left his body.
Nope. Just. He's.
He is a corpse.
We're getting worse. He's just he's gone, and that's still not
But that
going
doesn't
to help.
provide enough information.
Uh,
People to know that he's he's dead.
See, when most people talk, they change their voice to kind of change the meaning, and I think that you don't do enough of that.
He is gone.
See, like that you're right, that's not a lot of information. There's ways to say the word to just to say it without actually saying it. Let's just at least work on not saying the words like corpse and soul and dead. Yeah, let's just start with that for now.
Okay.
Wait.
So I just don't talk about him.
I mean, sometimes you need to. Just don't bring it up unless you need to. You know?
Alright. Got it.
At least for a little bit. I look. It is rather dumb and silly, but I don't know if you kind of pay attention to what other people say, you kind of learn. You know, you kind of pick up on some stuff. I mean, that's what I had to do, so. So,
Oh.
like. Yeah, just know that you generally don't want to call people a corpse, especially.
But it's a technical term.
Lonnie's just like, what did I do to deserve this?
There's not I hate you, Tento. I hate you, Tento. I hate you, Tento.
Yeah, it's like first Scout leaves, then he leaves again without taking anything, and I had to go chase him, and now he puts this on me. Why do I try to keep him alive again? And I'm pretty sure we're all saying this like right by Kamocho's corpse. Like, did we put him in the back of the cart?
Yep.
Alpha's in the back of the cart.
Yep.
Yep, it's there's a coffin back here.
Yep. Lonnie suddenly regrets some life choices.
I'm honestly surprised dying was like the best thing that happened to this game. Apparently, so much good
Twice.
content right here. Yeah, that's true. Dying twice.
Mm.
God damn God, why are you so good at this? And Lonnie's just gonna fall into an awkward silence and like pick at her food and like silently praying. Also, like not entirely sure who she's praying to, but just silently like begging some other force to just spare her any more questions from Zion right now.
Yeah, Zion's just gonna sit there, also in silence.
And Lonnie can't figure out if that's somehow more awkward.
Sleeping in a coffin.
No.
Gentle sort of just like, it's like,
Wooden-
this Netherraw is so cool to work with. Zion made so much progress. I wonder how he's doing right now.
I will walk back to Tento. Thank you.
No problem.
Yeah, Zion. Yeah.
And she's about to say any time, and then she like thinks about it, like,
No. So you make your way back, Zion. There's a big crowd. Do you like try and carefully navigate around them, or do you just walk through?
I'll walk through.
All right. You feel like you probably bumped someone, but you don't really think too much about it. Meanwhile, Morelos, you see like a cavalcade of hilarious events as like Zion bumped one person, who bumps another person, who bumps another person, who bumps a third person, who runs up on the other person, who causes them to knock over, spill a drink onto this bugbear, who turns around and punches out one of the gnolls. Everyone yells, and then the gnolls begin to like hop back, stamp their feet, and go, ooh, ooh, fight, 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 fight. And then like the gnoll Jack rears up to 7 feet and just begins to like paw at the bugbear's face, who's like hands like grabs him by the collar and just begins to like try and like beat this fucking dog man, but like the head just won't stay in the right place and they begin to fucking paw at the bugbear's gut. The punch up is growing and a table has been flipped over in the process, spilling some meats into the dead grass.
Walk into the tent.
Ignore all this ruckus.
Yeah, Orochi, you're at like the table with Morelos and back up there. And she's like, "Ooh, a good fight. No feast finished without a fight." And Captain Cat, yes, quite right. I really appreciate being imprisoned here in this wonderful troop of vagabonds you have. Haha. But
Oh,
yeah.
hey Zion. Welcome back.
Ah, yes. I have become more tactful.
Oh, yeah? Lon-
Commander
Lonnie,
is
you
full of
did that
tact.
too?
His tact is full. The commander will not need to reload on tact for some time. Tact status optimal. Tact engaged.
I see Lonnie taught you well.
The poncho is gone to sleep in the wooden box. Or-
I think you need to there a couple more times. I think next time you visit her, Zion, just listen very closely, okay?
I was listening very
I-
closely.
I
She-
think you need.
She said, say that he was gone, but
Uh-huh.
in a different tone.
I
But I
And she-
felt like that information was insufficient. So I added some. She told me not to say corpse,
that's a great start, yeah.
dead, or soul.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's sleeping in a box forever.
You know what? I think Lonnie wanted to teach you in lessons. So maybe this is just her first lesson and you need to go back for another One or two. You know what I'm saying, Zon? Because you know.
Turn. Where do you live again? Can I come strangle you?
Because you know, you know how lessons are, right? You know, you teach them multiple times, right?
Hmm.
You know, you can't be taught everything at once.
Was that not enough?
No, no, no. As Sizzle tries to move away from the cock. Oh wow, that's a loud noise going on outside. I wonder what's going on out
Yeah,
there.
there was a huge dog pile fight that has enveloped like half the feast. And Backup's like, ooh, I love a fight. And you see Osor Kot walk in and just start like, like tossing people.
I'm gonna, make sure I don't have my backpack or anything stuff like that on me, and just look outside. Oh, they're dogpiling. Nice. I'm gonna take a running start and dive in there.
Amazing. Give me an acrobatics.
My turn. That's all you hear.
Amazing. You just dive into it. You do not do well. You wind up on the ground and like there's like hyena feet falling all over the place. There's bugbears stomping and like someone gets like planted into the ground right next to you. Barely managed to not get flattened by it. But now somebody is teetering over you. Oh no, it's Sword Dancer Taktoa. He is not dancing with the sword tonight. He is swaying like he's been drinking heavy on that hooch. Give me a dex save as he crashes down towards you.
That's a much better dex save.
Yeah, you tactical roll out of the way. You see Osor Kot really like get in there and start like putting him in some grappling holes. Like you think he did some wrestling in not high school because they don't have that. People getting thrown apart. People getting knocked back. He's going for everyone. He's just showing off at this point. There's a roll and fight that's sort of breaking out. People are backing off. People are taking bets. People taking odds. People taking numbers. Captain Katyar says, 5 silver on the one with the cool hair. And someone says, oh, Osor? Like, what do you mean, Osor? In the name of the saint? Yeah, Osor Kot. Ah, I see. What a curious name in such company, huh? Well, yes. Make it 10 silver on Osor Kot. And someone's like, well, he's not gonna make it. And then people begin to bet on various people. And, violence and punching and drinking and table flipping and food spoilage occurs.
I want to jump on Osor's back and like try to wrestle him down.
Give me like a stealth attack. Give me like give me an attack with advantage on Osor Kot. He's not seeing this coming. You're like in the middle of all these people falling all over. Yes, what does Lonnie do as the fight
Lonnie
devolves?
wants to occasionally like try a minor illusion of Tento just to see if she can trip him up.
Amazing. Is that a wisdom save to see through the lies of that?
It's an intelligence save.
All right, Tento, give me an So, Tento, you've hopped on Osor Kot's back on the
Your
money.
Your perception can't help you now.
And then give me an int save.
I didn't need it.
You see the fist, but you see through the lies of the illusion, and you, with your full heart committed, just ride on Osor Kot's back like your little Ewok, and you're like, ee! And Osor Kot like flails try and get you off and winds up like decking some people. And then he twists around to the last table. It hasn't had his food smushed, and it's like he's threatening to fall over and press your back into like a mix of venison and chewed greens. Chopped greens.
Don't waste the food. Don't waste the food.
Osor Kot is like getting ready to like fucking ground pound back slam you.
Can I flip away?
Give me an acrobatics. He's hoisting himself up. He's making the jump. You make the jump off. You go sailing. You like fucking like fly over, do a backflip, and land on your feet here with your like one hand down. As you see Osor Kot's head clip the fucking table, launch a stake across, and right as Sword Dancer Taktoa stands up, he takes it hard to the face, and every fucking knoll like drops to the ground laughing after that display. And Osor Kot puts one hand up on the table, looks over at you, and then shunts it in your direction.
Oh, Jesus.
Dodging out of the way, knocks you into a hobgoblin who's like, hey, watch where you're going, Tento. And Backup says, look at that one. Osor Kot. Tell me, Is that your best brawler? It's
I
very
think second to
punchy.
Marinlos, probably.
And she's like, "Oh, have you ever fought?" And she looks at Moranlos.
No, but we've come close.
Oh, well, what better time than now? And everyone's like, ooh, oh, ooh. Hammer Osor. A caught Osor. Hammer Osor. A caught Osor. Turtle fights bear. And they are very hyped for this fight. Fight of the century. Moranlos on Osor caught. This is the rumble in the Cathadak temperate forest. As the dust clears around people and everybody licks their wounds and limps away from Osor caught, and he's like the last man standing. He doesn't have to go freshen up because he's got pie in his face. Because he sort of looks over. He looks over at you and he shrugs. He's like, I don't know, I'm down to scrap if you're down to scrap.
Oh snap!
Captain Katyat looks very intently between you. He's like, oh my. A commander and a subordinate. And the Hobgoblin's like, these things happen. But Small Bear does seem to be watching this interaction very intently.
Ooh.
Eyes darting back and forth between them.
Would it be rude if I didn't fight?
By whose standard? Or Brenlo's just saying that?
No, out of character.
Out of character, I mean, it wouldn't be necessary. So, like, polite society doesn't normally have fights at a dinner. In Auroriai culture, like, there can be, like, strength challenges. And, like, your ability to beat up the other person is a factor in that. This part, like, Small Bear kept, when he was Big Bear, kept control by beating people down, right? So, like, you being the biggest and the strongest is part of the appeal to them viewing you as a leader. However, your position as the leader is very firmly entrenched between everything you've done with them and the hammer. So you can probably decline at no real loss. Although, generally speaking, like, if someone dislikes you, they might say, remember when you backed down from a fight. But they'd already be somebody who didn't like you, probably. The heirs of Osor value, like, honorable duels, and that can involve pugilism. But this isn't really, like, within the structure of a formal duel, so they're not going to care one way or another. This is your choice. And the Gnolls seem like they like to drink and fight and get in scraps and peer pressure people into violence. And that seems to be kind of like what they're shooting for here.
How about an arm wrestle?
And they're like, ooh! And everyone's like, Captain Katyat's like, an arm wrestle, yes, a strength of arms, oh yes. Everyone's like, ooh, and Osor-Kat's like, certainly. He walks over and he kneels at the table and like he gets ready, and Orochi, like the food is moved to the top of this, like a the edge of a dipped over table. It gets put over. As every eye is now on the arm wrestling match. And you look Osor-Kat right in the eye. In one of his eyes, you can see is a 10 out of 10. The other, a 30 out of 30. What's that? Oh, it's 10:30. Time for the 10-minute break.
What a coincidence!
God fucking damn it, Darren. God fucking damn it, Kai. You two
I'm
are
sure-
the worst. I'm like, I don't know, how do you tell someone's dead, huh?
That's the best.
I'm sorry, I put you through that.
That was
They're
amazing.
not.
They're
Don't
not.
be-
They aren't either.
I most definitely am not. That was fun to listen to. I had a good laugh.
You all are horrible.
Hey, maybe
You
you should
were
have let
the-
me die.
Maybe you shouldn't under a fucking bridge, and maybe you should stop rolling nat ones.
Yes, let me just magically change my luck.
Yeah, don't you see Darren do it all the
Yeah,
time?
twist your
Yeah, I do all
fate.
the time. Yeah, twist your fate. Have some having luck, you know.
Half the
I don't
luck
know.
people's fate is
Maybe
very
maybe you shouldn't be out of Lonnie's healing range constantly.
Oh, we're not gonna get into semantics. But it needed to happen.
Mhm.
That was fun.
I was like,
Boys I've known and I've known some. Until I first met you, I was lonesome. And when you came inside, dear, my heart grew light and this whole world seemed new to me. You're really swell, I have to admit you deserve expressions that really fit you. And so I racked my brain hoping to explain all the things that you did to me. Call me Mr. Shane. Let me explain. Call me Mr. Shane. Means you're bad. Call me Mr. Shane. Again, I'll explain. It means you're the parrot in the land. It means you're the parrot. It means you're the parrot. It means you're the parrot in the land. You're the Shane. Please let me explain. Mr. Shane means you're right. Call me Mr. Shane. Again, I'll explain. It means you're the parrot in the land.
Greetings from the Andersons. I'm Patty. I'm Maxine. And I'm Laverne.
Their porridge language only. Me tell you, I'm right to
I have returned.
I am here too.
boys I've known and I've known some. Until I first met you, I was lonesome. And when you came inside, dear, my heart grew light and this whole world seemed new to me. You're really swell, I have to admit you deserve expressions that really fit you. And so I racked my brain hoping to explain all the things that you did to me. Call me Mr. Shane.
But actually,
But actually, I don't know.
depends on the culture, but they passed away is probably the most respectful.
um, I just want to say that in that, I'm the one that took down Osor in that little brawl. Just saying.
Stupid nat 20.
Yeah, Shin, just roll more like Darren.
I roll exactly like Darren. He just gets ignore all the nat ones.
That's not true. If I roll it twice, I don't ignore it.
Haven't
that
rolled
has
once.
I'm pretty sure I'm like twice, but who's counting? I am, but
Haven't
you don't
all
need to know that.
once.
It happened like twice, but it's fine.
Boys I've known and I've known some. Until I first met you, I was lonesome. And when you came inside, dear, my heart grew light and this whole world seemed new to me. You're really swell, I have to admit you deserve expressions that really fit you. And so I've racked my brain hoping to explain all the things that you did to me. By me, Mr. Shane, let me explain. By me, Mr. Shane means you're right. By me, Mr. Shane. Again, I'll explain. It means you're the parent in my life. It means you're the parent. It means you're the parent. It means you're the parent in my life. You're the Shane, please let me explain. Mr. Shane means you're right. Mr. Shane, again, I'll explain. It means you're the parents in my life.
Greetings from the Andrews sisters. I'm Patty. I'm Maxine. And I'm Laverne.
Their far each language.
God, I'm 2 minutes late. My bad.
Oh,
All right.
Casey. Maybe say like, they return to the weave or the woad. I can't remember which one.
Wait, what?
One who's died is they've returned to the woad or the weave.
Well,
I
so
can't remember which one's
technically
correct.
speaking, the spirit is in the Sornetto, and their soul has been sent to the Far Sky. Hey, level 1 geek! Oh my gosh, you came over during the break. Thank you so much. Thank you for popping by and saying hi.
Yes, he left his mortal prison and went on a journey.
They've ascended to the far sky, I guess.
Oh,
But
I
wait,
know how
real
to
quick,
say it.
what is the difference between the weave and the woad again? I've heard both. I can't remember which one is which though.
So,
It's
just
dark.
showing you more. So the woad is the source of magic in nature, in the world. It's the raw stuff of the magic available around. And the weave is where that power is drawn out and manipulated by arcane casters as these magical phenomena they control, either through natural discharges of it, or by creating spells that deliberately control its flow. Druids are a notable exception, and they directly wield the woad. So when you were fighting a lot more druids, the woad came up more often. Because they basically bypass the weave, and it permits their magic to do certain things that others can't. Such as more easily shapeshift. So yeah. Awesome, Level 1 Geek Well. There's lots to look and listen to as Morelos and Osor Kot, a total barbarian facing down a bugbear anime protagonist, put their shoulders on the table with a thud and a clearing and clattering of plates and glass. ASMR this bitch. And hand up, they grasp hands. Matted hand of fur to totally claw, and I think this just comes down to a straight up strength check.
Dun dun dun.
If you rage, you have advantage.
Yeah, if you rage, you have advantage.
Are you gonna rage? Are you gonna have a rage battle with him?
You gonna spend the rage?
Also, are we doing strength check or strength save? Because I don't know if he would have the proficiency bonus for strength check.
There's no proficiency bonus. And just a straight check. But
Oh wait, he has a +6 to strength.
But yeah, so Morello, so you lay down the hand. Are you rage, or you're keeping it casual?
No, I'm
keep-
not rage.
Yeah. You just slam him down, and head to head here. Does anybody intervene? Orochi, are you blowing wind on someone's hand here?
Roshi's enjoying himself eating a really great meal. He's hadn't had a meal like this in fucking forever.
Yes, you made it from prison. You made it from the docks. Now you're having a fine feast.
And I don't know if you caught about earlier. I typed that I'm casting Gust of Wind basically against anyone who gets too close. They can eat in peace. But no, he wouldn't do anything to sway the battle of the arms.
Strength. So David, you
Oh, so caught. Guess
No?
Morelos.
no?
Like inches from being slammed. Morelos, you feel your well of strength within you. And you feel Osor Kot's iron will. You lock eyes with him. And you seek that well within yourself to pull back at the final moment. Give me a wisdom save. You intuitively
There we
know just the moment, and twerking twisting your whole body with full power. Give me an athletics with advantage to win back victory from the jaws of defeat. As Morelos knows just when to do it. Just when to do it. And up against Osor, Akat, he almost makes it and then thuds. Morelos knew exactly when to do it, but his arm gave out a little. He's had a bit to drink. And yeah, everyone was like, "Ooh, that was a close match. Ooh, Osor Akat." And Osor Akat started like, "Good game. Come, let's have a round." And then yeah, people bring up some flagons, and the events continue.
I'm gonna go up to Lonnie like, so hi, Lonnie.
Chapeau was like,
are you
"Let me
telling us
bring
you're
you a
running off this
Chapeau."
time, or
No, I'm not running off. I just stopped by, say hi, and I just, I saw like a fist or something coming at me earlier. You wouldn't have to know anything about that, would you?
are you sure you didn't hit your head while you traveled?
No, not this time.
Are you sure? I
But
wouldn't...
but you would never do something like that. So, how's your talk with Zion? I heard you said some pretty I heard you taught him well.
Oh, did he actually? Okay, I wasn't sure if I was like making sense to him. I don't know. Just it's not like, I don't know, I'm not used to talking to people like that, so I'm glad. That was really hard.
Oh. Well, I told him you were gonna teach him some more stuff. So. Bye, Lonnie.
What? Can
Yeah.
uh,
So you piece out from the cart.
I can sprint away.
Amazing. Someone sees you, laughs, and then an old grounder reaches out to try and trip you as you sprint. Roll me a dex save.
Those tripping Lottie?
No, Tento.
Oh, Tento.
Tento's running away. He's like running through like where the whole scrap happened.
go.
And you just fucking face plant into like a spiky bush and get some burrs all over your face, Tento. It doesn't hurt, but it is annoying. And backup points and laughs, and some gnolls point and laugh. And so did Doctoa. Some meat juices still whipped off his face, also points and laughs. Not soon forgiving or forgetting.
I hate gnolls. I hate
Sweet
gnolls.
karma.
Did I deserve this? No. Then it just sort of gets up like, did I deserve that? No. I'm gonna look at the gnoll. How tall is this gnoll?
This gnoll is hopped up on their legs widely, and they're standing at about 5 foot when they're crouched down on their legs. It's one of the females, so taller, probably like 8 feet maybe when they're fully standing, fully erect. But they're down at just lurking over your level slightly when they're fully in their crouch. They seem to move around in a crouch very naturally. They can twist and turn like, "Woohoo! Gonna come get me?" They hop behind the table. They hop on top of a down table. They leer at you. They put out their tongue.
You know what? No, that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I sort of just glare as Tartoa like, I'm gonna remember that boy.
He's like, yeah. He sneers at you.
Just sort of wipe myself off and just like, okay.
And then you hear the Knoll Grounder blowing a raspberry at your direction. The bugbear is like, "It's okay, Tento. Everyone gets chipped down sometimes."
You know what? You're right. You're right. I'm gonna be the bigger halfling here and just just walk away. It's fine.
It's funny because you're small.
Yeah. Just gonna walk away. It's fine. It's fine.
It's totally fine. Totally fine. All of the so like Backup goes, it's fine. It's fine. And then the little girl goes, fine. Fine. And then all of them are laughing saying, it's fine. It's fine. And the most obnoxiously taunting voices they can muster.
Then just sort of sighs like, why the gnolls? I hate gnolls. I hate these gnolls. I'm sure all gnolls aren't like this. I just hate these gnolls.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go in a corner somewhere. I'm done eating.
Yeah. Kaiser finds you and he's like, hey, we should have a little talk about the our grandmother's associates who all attended the same funerary boarding school, if you catch my drift.
Yeah, let's go.
And he talks to you a little bit about crime in Ashpit and the current situation there. There's a bit of a martial law situation going down.
Oh, what's that bad?
And it's likely to get worse with Rodachi fallen. There was an attempted uprising, and the people involved got rounded up and either killed or imprisoned. A lot of them got sent to the Old Bailey, where Commander Akarat used to be in charge. Now who knows who's in charge. But he knows the way in, and he knows he's got some plans, and he shares some maps with Tento in a tent, which is very appropriate to his name, can I just say. You're in a tent going, oh.
Oh, hey, Tento, oh. This is all
But
pretty
yeah,
interesting.
the rain dies down, and there's sort of like a misty haze going into the evening. And it's almost like kind of beautiful, despite the death surrounding you in this place. You feel like there might be some hope in this place. There might be some premonition of a better time. And Lonnie, you can't help but feel a memory, a sense memory, as you toss and turn in the cart, as you look at the bits where Kabancho's thorax once rested, and you think back to a dream with a red sword, and a pale face, and an orc's tusks snarled into a smug look of conquest. Building after building burning before him. Trolls flayed alive, flesh healing too slow to save them, as fiery brands are driven down their veins. Villages and villages of people gathered up and pushed east. Chaos, burning, death. And somewhere at the bottom of a murky river, eyes open once more. A sludgy filament covering their pupils. Dead yet not. Altered astrals in their eyes. A change in the above stars. But yeah, I'm sure that doesn't mean anything bad.
What fun dreams.
Was it Anarch or was it Tiefling? Or do I not know?
It looked like there was a red fire to it.
Knew I didn't like this. There's a reason I don't like the stupid water. Okay. One of these days, Lonnie's gonna have a nice, peaceful rest.
No.
Never.
Ah, yes, the eternal sleep.
Oh my god. Yeah, meanwhile, so Zion, you're working on your Metal Man. And Orochi, you're taking in the events. Roll me a perception, Orochi.
Alright. Also, eventually, I'm assuming that I'll get up and like start doing entertainment with all the weird wind things that I can do.
Amazing, yes.
Maybe like spin like a ball bearing really fast in a circle.
Oh wow, so cool. Look at this
yeah,
guy
no.
here.
Perception?
Yeah.
I guess.
I always just say what
Ah.
one might see in such a busy
Some
party.
things never change.
But yeah, so Orochi, you want to get up and start spinning around like metal bits and such? Swinging around coins?
Yeah, I start doing some entertainment, you know, pull my weight.
Alright, everybody's like, ooh, give me a performance.
Oh, so we got a bard.
Ooh, yes, exactly the same number.
Your purrs are not great. You don't have a great purr rate here. If the skill starts in PER, like, it's not going to go well. You wind up, like, losing focus as you try to engage your showmanship, and you send a, you embed a metal chit in this barrel, and then the Knoll hooch begins to spill out, and they're like, "Here, Sparling, wasted the hooch, quick, go lick it up. And various Knolls just like lapping at the wood with their tongues directly to drink it up, and like twisting it on its side. And Baxio kind of backs away, like, not looking to be next to you when you do that trick. And yeah, Renlos, you make a mental note to not have Orochi do weddings, bar mitzvahs, or parties in the future.
Hey, small objects are pretty hard. Give me a large boulder, we're talking. But, you know, small objects really hard.
Yeah. The party goes well, and Bardiga weeps, saying, "Oh no, I just know that Kabansha would have found this funny as fuck."
Oh no.
He kind of like rolls in the dirt and drinks. And Daxax like, "Bardiga, no sorrowful drinking is not what Kabansha would have wanted. Kabansha would have wanted happy drinking." And Bardiga's like, "You know, he just wanted the cart to be saved." And Daxax says, "Oh, this is true."
Are you happy about the legacy you left?
I am content.
Your cart is gonna get buried with you.
Hey, if you can bury a whole fucking cart with me, props.
Like, we actually just fashioned the coffin from his cart.
Oh my god.
No. Yeah, so...
Do you want? Yeah, he's gonna go fuck off somewhere away from everyone. He's gonna start
Again.
practicing with the holy bread and the
Ah,
swords.
yes. You breathe in the swords, and you see something fill through them and fill into your lungs you've never seen before. It's almost like a purple distortion around the blades. You feel it's like thrumming. It's powerful, but it's sickly. It's twisting, and it almost bends the eye to gaze upon it. You hack at a twig, and as it slides down, it's almost like the leaf recoils, but not in the way it was struck, not the way the air flowed, the force hit it. Almost like it was recoiling. It felt fear.
The fuck?
The element of this land is strange. You feel as if though the Barat is perhaps displeased or displaced in some way, and it's affecting your ability to breathe in the energies. But it's not stopping you from doing it, it's just making it a less common element. You're expecting, fire or poison in a place like this.
No, it's some weird fear thing. I guess like things like I haven't encountered this before, so I guess I'll keep doing it.
Yeah. You practice with the blades, inhaling and exhaling and swinging all around. Meanwhile, Lonnie, you're casting a certain ritual. It takes a while. It takes quite a while, but eventually you feel a murky eye pass over the land, the hill, the dale, the fields, the hills and rills, the ridges and the bridges, the rushing rivers and the deep gorges, and the tiny school stretched upon it when seen from so far above. You pass through deep green woods that your eyes slide over as if though a glinting gem half caught from the side of a powder mirror through a glass window in a shop display case. And you find yourself gazing miles and miles above, looking down a dead bit of hollowed out wood, so sparse and scraggly, as if there were a receding hairline at the edge of the wood.
One, does anything like, does it look any different? Is it like, does it look clearer since last time? I don't even remember last time. It's been a while.
It's still pretty murky.
Oh, also, I'm supposed to make 2 checks. Do you want me to do it now?
Make them at the end, I think. Actually, wait, no, make them now. Yes, make them now.
I have written down that the first one's more important, so.
Okay. Oh yeah, wow.
Oh, look at you. Those
And
double
where
digits.
are you sending the eye?
I want to go look at that river. And preferably go below the water.
All right, Lonnie, it's just you and your little eye. With which you spy something floating there in the void, the black. And you see something forming in the water, in the waves, gathering. You see corpses and skeletons oozing, caught up in the web of goop. Sludgy, sloppy sludge.
Yep.
And there's a different kind. Yes, a very different kind as well. And somewhere at the heart of it, somewhere at the heart, you see a thickness. And to gaze deep upon it with the eye, swimming, you feel as if though the liquid is touching you in a weird way, striking another liquid coating over yours. Eye pressed to river water, it repulses you, begins to sting, and you can see, and it looks even smaller when I do that, a face within the sludge, twisted back in a look that seems familiar to you.
Excuse me, why do you have that art already prepped?
I didn't have it prepped, I had to look it up. But yeah,
I mean-
and you feel as if though you are gazing, you know that you're gazing right upon the river, and you see like plumes of darkness, and you see tailings, mine tailings emptied into the river, and you see the trudge of boats above, and you know that you are gazing at the base of the river, where Ash Pit is.
Wait, this is an ash pit? This isn't where we... This isn't
No.
Radachi?
No, this is an ash pit. It looks like the body floated. Or perhaps it didn't float at all. As you see some of the goop begin to ooze out, gathering on the bottom, the little things, the shelly things, the tiny fish, the bits of tangled reed. And the goop swallows those things up and expands, lifting itself up, slurping and pressing outwards. You wonder if it didn't come here. And as it beats, you almost see its head stir with something eerily like intentional motion and vile intent.
You know how we're all like, yeah, you know, they can't hurt us if we kill them. Apparently they can.
We didn't do their rights, so, you know, they come back.
I don't know, like, does this look like, I don't know, I guess, like
Evil?
This looks like this looks like it might be like does this look like a natural occurring sludge? Like, is this like something cursed that you can like find in nature?
This shit does not look natural to you by any stretch of the imagination. This looks alchemical.
Great.
It looks not magical itself, but magical in origin. It looks like something that doesn't naturally occur in the world.
But it's not like chimeras where like, oh, it was unnatural. This is just out in the world. This is like, oh, okay, shit. This is
Roll
not-
me
it
an
was-
Arcana with disadvantage to maybe get some inkling on that, other than your gut reaction.
Yep.
Like
Who's
them
to say?
Camacho rolls.
As your head leans into it and you feel the water overcome you, you feel a phantom drowning in your lungs, and you begin to start splutter
You know what?
and snap
Okay,
awake.
we're out. We're out.
Yes.
Yep.
There goes spying on Ashfit.
But yeah, you wake kind of like heaving, like, and Lumi's like on you, like trying to like press your chest, like breathe.
Does Luffy know CPR?
Does this not look like a CPR certified face to you?
After a while, Lonnie just like pets Luffy. He's like, I'm fine.
She licks your face and steps back.
She like glances outside, sees everyone still having fun.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah, everybody's chilling. Osa Arcada has gone to drinking with the others. Some people on the side. The Knolls are mostly like very full and drunk, and while I can drink a lot of them are just like laying around on stumps, tankers played to the side, or like, leaning into, arm wrestle with themselves. They're having a spate of arm wrestling after a big arm wrestling event went down. Like, ooh, I can beat you, no, you beat you. And they're also, canoodling and cuddling up to one another because they need to stay warm in the night. And some of them are just bedding down where they're going to sleep for the night.
Oh,
And
adorable.
yeah. The Aurorei mostly return to their tents. Although, like, a lot of people are still up, and they're probably going to be up for a long time. Chapeau is, hanging on to the side of Morenlos. Bardiga is up mostly and sobering slightly. And the whole mood is, like everybody involved is trying to take in everything they can before tomorrow. Because they know that tomorrow is going to, yet again, put them and their friends up against death. Kibancho is far from the first casualty, although his loss has driven home the mortality of the whole conflict. Many of these people took their first casualty visited by the forces of Gedi Varkar years ago. He's just one more in the long story. Others didn't know this life until this campaign began. But either way, this moment seems to stretch on, as if though it could last weeks. And you feel a certain special stillness in this moment. You feel something unprecedented. And someone yells, "Look to the sky!" And you see a blazing comet above. Not close, but in this night sky, tearing through the upper atmosphere. A brilliant red trailing hand, maybe more orange, burning, churning, charring, and smoking its way down across the night sky. And someone says, "It is a sign! Yes, a sign of the victory! Cathador! Cathador!" And as you all see it, you cannot help but feel inspired. Everyone gains 1 point of inspiration.
Oh, hey.
What?
What's
Oh, wait,
inspiration?
this
Yeah,
is like
a mechanic
reroll
I've never
inspiration?
used in this campaign.
like DM inspiration, not bardic inspiration.
Yeah, like the so there's a thing you can just get in this game. You can only have one at a time, and then you can spend it for advantage on any roll you want. And it's called inspiration, and there's like a check box for it on your character sheet.
Oh.
Above proficiency bonus.
You feel as if though a truly, a
Yeah.
completely unprecedented thing in this campaign has just occurred, as you feel inspired by this fork-tailed comet.
Clearly, the DM thinks we're not gonna live, so he needs to give us some extra.
Yeah, at least saw your death save and it was like, fuck.
Yeah, but inspiration is basically on, I believe, any D20 roll. You can just give yourself advantage.
Oh wow.
Does it work on top of advantage? Like you do advantage and then you can just reroll one more time? Or...
I know. It's not like I think one of the only ways to get that is Elven accuracy. If it just says advantage or disadvantage, it won't stack up.
Okay.
And technically, lucky also stacks with advantage, but like this gives you advantage, so double advantage doesn't do anything for you. This won't either.
Yeah, it'll explicitly say something about its interaction if it does. But yeah, so with the crossing of the comet, everybody feels like that's a pretty good sign. Another round of drinking and eating begins, even for the people who sort of begun to go to bed, and it is a loud racket here, a raucous din of partying. Are there any people who you would seek out, or things that you would try to do tonight? A night with such an auspicious gathering that you might not ever have quite again, of quite these people, all alive here together tonight.
After Tinto's done practicing, he's gonna go to Orochi real quick and ask him a question.
Oh, shit.
Indeed. Tento, you returned from practicing, releasing the breathing and sheathing the pure melds. They click into place, their V-shaped hilts, striking in a unique way that reminds you of just the occasion when you obtained them, that great and deadly adventure, and all the people you met along the way, and the fun you had, and the risks you took.
Like the adventure.
You ruminate on it, yeah. You head back into town. I mean, not into town, but you head back to camp. And, yeah, you look for... You seek out Orochi. Orochi, would you be, like, still at the heart of the party, or, like, towards the edge?
I guess, yeah, towards the edge.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And just gonna...
Somewhere where he can easily find me.
Where is he? Where is he?
Yeah, you see he's kind of close to some of the nobles who taunted you
Yeah,
earlier,
yeah,
unfortunately.
Okay.
Edge of the clearing.
Roshi, quick question for you.
Sure. What is it, Tento?
So you know Kizzer, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull out my coins. Like, do you know what this is?
It looks like a gold coin.
It is unique faces on it. Orochi, make me a history.
I don't know this is gonna go well.
Oh, look, it did.
Now, you look at it, and it
Because
doesn't
you're not
seem like any
clocked out.
denomination you're familiar with. On one side, a clockwork, coggy woman. On the other, a man whose face almost seems to speak intrinsically of spite. Yes, this, you're sure, is a coin of spite and time, and though you cannot recall any nation that issued such a currency, nor rulers who this would represent, you do remember an old story. A story that was old before the first Kehoe ships set sail to land on the continent. A story of a coin found along a road. Two faces. Spite and time. You don't remember much. It was in a catalog of folk tales, but you do recall that it's could convey a great benediction upon its user, as well as an unfortunate complication. But its benefit was it worked in almost any circumstance, and could often help you when you need it most.
Sorry, Tento, you're asking me something? Sorry, that was just that coin. It's there's a lot to this coin. How much do you know about it?
I know if I flip it, if it lands on the lady clock, I move faster. If it lands on the guy face, I don't move as fast. I move slower.
Well,
That's
I'm
about
not.
it.
I mean, it has a lot of historical value. It's an artifact from very early on. One of the first ships that landed on this continent. That's where did you get it? What does this have to do with Kizzer? Kizer's not that old.
No, but he's seen the coin before. It's a long story, but let me just put it like this. I saw him hand this coin to another person, and I thought that person was you, but it wasn't, so. And where I
Oh.
found this coin, if I remember correctly, I found it on the side of the road? No, it was in a wagon. It was just wedged somewhere in a wagon. I just happened to pick it up.
That's actually kind of ironic. The history says that this was a random coin found on the side of the road of someone's travels,
Oh,
and that's how it was. It's known to be found. I guess it finds its owners.
oh
guess
god,
that's you.
is this thing cursed too?
What do you mean two?
Look, Roshi. Let me tell you, my friend. If you're as curious as me, you tend to pick up a few cursed objects.
No, you stay away from those.
Like I said, if you're as curious as me, you tend to find a cursed object or two.
I mean,
Or
yes, I
three.
found cursed objects along my travels, but you don't pick them up. That's like the thing you do with them. You don't pick them up.
Oh, if you don't pick them up, how are you gonna know what they are?
I mean, cursed objects generally looked, cursed.
What?
Something's
You're
wrong
crazy.
with them.
Nah, you don't know until you try.
Okay, I guess.
This is
Learning
the
a lot about these people.
Wait, do you say that
Sorry,
out
you were saying?
loud?
I say it under my breath. Oh,
You
you're
say
saying?
something? Did you say
No, no,
something?
no.
No, are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Nah. I don't know, I was just curious because when I showed Kizzert this coin, he sort of just like backed off.
Well, I mean, that coin's had a lot of history with good and bad. It's been famous and it's also infamous at times, so I'm not surprised.
Sion's just standing behind Hiroshi casually as this happens.
Oh, hey Zion.
Oh, hi. I was just about to go give Lani something I forgot to give her.
Oh,
Well, I'm
what
pretty sure
is
she's
it?
still on the cart.
Ah, yes. It's the ring.
This
Oh.
might be interesting.
Wait, Zion. Let me come with you. I need to ask you for something too.
Okay.
Hiroshi,
Yeah. Give Lonnie thing first. Thanks for talking, Roshi.
Yeah, sure thing.
yeah, Hiroshi, as all this is happening, you kind of help but notice that somebody has left in the midst of the fight field. What appears to be like a dented metal scrap, but interestingly enough, it looks like it has writing pressed into it, like pressed into the metal.
Mm-hmm. I like understand what it says, or can I go up to it?
Yeah. If you go up to it and pick up to it, it's in a language you understand. In this certain tongue, it says simply to whoever can take it. And it seems like it's a ripped metal bit of something, but you don't know what. It looks like it could have been perhaps part of like the neck guard of a piece of armor. And the way it's been reddened, it wasn't like a pressed with a stamp or part of a mold or anything. Something like seared a thin writing into it. And like the way the metal is like warped and frayed at the edges of it, despite how deep and straight the hole is, really raises questions about the means that was used to write it. You see that the knolls have various things like on them, like looted scraps, bits, wooden bits, bone bits, and they have all sorts of weird metal things and whatever else they've been able to get their hands on, incorporated into their garb and their raiment.
Sorry, so this is a piece of metal that I found on the ground, or I found on a knoll?
On the ground. It's like near where
How
the
big
fight
is
and the
it?
rolling around happened. It's like maybe the width from your middle finger to the base of your palm. Like not quite a foot, but pushing it.
Yeah. Does it look like it's enchanted or, cursed? As we had just finished talking about cursed items and picking them up.
You think about it, and you're like, if it was a cursed item, I wonder how it fell off the person who was in the fight.
But I'll take like a piece of leather or something, or some cloth, and pick it up with it.
Acquired. Yeah. Nothing seems to immediately happen. Renlos, you do see Ferocious walking up and randomly picking up a bit of shiny metal off the ground. You make a mental note that he must be pretty hard up if he's just, salvaging random shit that falls off of knolls for cash.
I mean, he is a hermit.
What should I name this item that I just picked up?
Metal scrap with magic with like a powerfully scourged inscription.
So metal description. As soon as
God, I'm gonna need to make a whole documents devoted to bits of metal that fell off knolls. All right. But yeah. Tento and Zion have rolled up to Lonnie.
I'm gonna be like, hey, Lonnie, Zion's here for his other lesson.
So
Lonnie.
I was planning on doing two things tonight. I'm at I don't know if you want this to happen afterwards or not. But since I wasn't part of that last interaction, I was gonna summon spiritual weapon in the wagon at some point tonight.
I think you
now?
guys come up on you come upon a floating inside of this wagon, which there's like closed sidings to it, so it's not fully clear what's going on to one outside, right?
Yeah, I think we established that the wagon's covered.
Yeah,
so
it's
I
a
kind of
covered
imagine,
wagon. You
my
see
back
a
to-
Naginata floating, enshrined by these vines, these creepy vines, but not vines, more like red fleshy tentacles, more like a protrusion of quintessence. And it flows from the blade, and it is the blade, and it flows from the haft, and it is the haft. And it menaces with a glinting light that could almost cut the eye that gazes upon it. And it floats right above Lonnie.
I will grab. Wait, I've seen this before, right?
I think we've all seen this before.
I've used it multiple times.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
How much attention you guys pay to it?
Are we disturbing something, Lonnie?
Lonnie quickly dismisses the weapon.
It disappears.
Did you guys need something?
Yes, I have come to offer this ring since Cabancho has left his flesh
Stop.
prison.
You were Zion. You were so close. You could have just said left, and you would have been fine.
He no longer needs
I get
ring.
No, just
I
give her
get
the ring. Just give her the ring.
Um,
Thank you, Zion.
are you sure you don't need it?
No, I do not need this.
Um, well, thanks. Um,
Do I get a cool gadget too? Oh, speaking of cool gadgets, Zion, did you happen to pick up something from the mimic that we fought in the town?
Like what?
Maybe some sort of like ball shaped thing?
Did I?
Remember, I threw the rock into the mimic, and when we destroyed it, it spawned like a Pokeball, basically. And then you picked it up because I couldn't.
Yeah.
I remember this. I just suddenly remember that, like, oh yeah, that's right. Leo's like, yeah, a metal ball or ball thing that has a metal strap around it.
It's a rock.
Can I have that?
You want a rock?
Well, I can tell you, Zion, that it did not look like this when I threw it at the mimic. It changed.
You threw this rock at a mimic.
Yeah, for science.
Well, since it was yours, here you go.
I got the Poke Rock back.
And Tento holds it up, and it's like, Tento received the Master Ball. Because Zion is a master.
I'm like, if I throw this as something else, what would happen? Does it have to be an animal? I look at all the animals in front of us.
Just a rock.
Lonnie just steps in front of Lumi.
Let me growl.
I'm not
lightly.
gonna throw it at Lumi. What kind of person you think I am? For shame, Lonnie. For shame. Well, speaking of weird things, Lonnie, is that weapon of yours okay? I don't remember it looking so fleshy before.
And here Lonnie thought she was gonna get away with it. I think it was always actually that fleshy.
Is that normal?
You know, Lonnie.
No, I mean like no, like, out of the character.
Yeah.
You had not seen it without
Yeah.
the weird vines.
I will say, Lonnie, you do think back as you dangerously go alone. Other times you'd seen strange red vines, almost like flesh. Maybe that's what it was. Not meat, but vine. But red, but meat, but vine. Distantly, as your eyes would roll back from within whatever it was, trying to see what was behind you and all those visions. And the Naginata burns even tighter as you think of
Wait,
what
what
it
was the
might
color of the
represent.
thing in the river again? That was purple, right?
Well, that's not what you're thinking of at all. You're
Okay,
thinking
cool.
of other dreams,
Just making
older
sure.
dreams, earlier dreams. You start to think back to when you first had these oracular dreams, and this dream feels as old, if not older, even though you can't say you've been remembering it for long. Since you've been adventuring with this group, maybe. But yes, this insight strikes you, a deep and queer chord within your heart. Something is off. but yet so close to being in. It's all about to click, but you're just missing one piece. The piece that's going to make its way to you sooner or later.
That's for Bodhi.
I don't know which is worse.
But yeah,
Like it or not.
Orochi, someone says, "Hey, you, with the wind." Yeah,
Hey, you with everything else.
and
Good comeback.
He's like, "Hey, yeah, we were taking bets. Can you shoot a shot, clean over that tree?" And they point to a tree like way in the distance to the north, with some like little metal bit.
With a metal bit?
And he's like, "Yeah, like a coin or something. I don't know, whatever you were using, maybe a ball bearing. Anyway, I'll totally give you like, I don't know, 5 copper if you do." And then the
Sure,
bugbear's
I
like,
can
"Yeah,
try.
I'll cook a copper into that pot."
I'll try.
All right, you size up. You feel as though the wind in this haze is to your favor, despite the hanging of some loose mists. Give me your best shot, by which I mean make an attack with advantage. They'll also display kind of like
Just out of curiosity, is a range a factor into this, or I'm pretty sure you remember how far I can attack. Does it not matter?
the tree is 145 feet away.
Yeah, I'm fine. All right. Well, here goes.
Are you
5
fine
copper.
though?
Whoosh.
Oh.
Look at.
I
he's
think I
got
would like
+9.
jump up a little bit first, just so that I don't hit anyone.
Mm-hmm. You hop up, you push it out, and it goes flying over, and a little glinting trick of the light reveals it as the person on watch coming down is like, "Wow, holy shit, you almost hit me with that, Orochi. Good shooting, though." And Alphonsus goes,
Oh wait, someone is up there. Oh god.
and gets closer. Yeah, and you guys feel the mists press in as the night grows deeper, and you feel yourselves growing drowsy, even as you get a total of 6 copper, Orochi.
Oh, thanks.
Because it is dangerous to go
And,
alone.
I hand back. You said they gave me 3 copper each.
Well, one of them give you 5, and one of them give you 1.
All right. Well, I redistribute it out so that they both get 2.
Amazing, and they're
So you
like,
keep 2?
okay, sure.
Yeah, all 3 of us get 2 copper. Oh, I guess one guy loses a bunch.
Yeah, they're like, they gotta laugh. And Small Bear,
So,
noting this interaction,
Comrade.
says, "Ha, what an Aurora thing to do." And Osorokot looks over and says, And
It's
seems
only
to
fair. We
consider
all
it.
had fun.
Works for me, the Bugbear says, and Hobgoblin's like, yeah, sure. And, looks over, he's like, "Yeah, what do you say, Small Bear?" And Small Bear kind of gives him a look, and he's like, yeah, it was a good spot of fun. Good spot of fun. Tell me, stranger, what's your name?
What are you buying?
What are you
Who
selling?
is this to?
It's Small Bear. Yeah. What's your name? You didn't quite catch it.
My name is Orochi.
Orochi, why don't you come over here? We've got something to drink, don't we? And Osoro's like, yeah. Come.
All right.
Never talk.
Party hasn't warned me about this guy at all. Okay.
Are they
Everyone
about to get hazed?
Yes, that's
On the mist, does it feel unnatural for me, or
No.
it's just
It feels like a
evening mist?
It feels like an evening mist after a rain.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
All
like messed with visibility a little, but you're otherwise fine. Are Lonnie, Tento, and Zion still having a talk?
I'm gonna ask Lonnie about the Naginata. Yeah, that's that thing's always a little weird. You okay there?
Morelos, as the party winds down, would you like head towards like the cart or anything, or would you just be chilling?
Yeah, I would just be chilling.
Yeah, Air Baylor's chilling with you. Captain Katyat's like, "So, haha, anything we could do about maybe some prisoner exchange, or maybe I could like pay you to let me go, or join you." And Chapeau is like, come now. Lord Morelos is a very generous person, but you shouldn't be so crude, Catchat. You must be more becoming and live up to that hat you're under. Catchat's like, oh, you're quite right. No, not to be gauche, my good Lord Morelos. It has been a very pleasurable captivity in your company.
So it's a good thing, yeah.
But yeah, this dude does want to get released somehow or some way, and he's willing to work with you.
David?
I'm sorry, I missed what he said.
Oh, so he's just saying, like, he's like, I'm trying to, like, he's willing to be hired or, like, released or, like, pay you or something, but he's trying to not be a prisoner anymore.
Oh. Your request is noted.
And he, goes about his dinner. But yeah, y'all chill, and mists come down. The party dies down a little, and you return to the conversation between Lonnie, Zion, and Tento.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. And Lonnie kind of glances at Kabanto's coffin, and I'm actually not sure.
That it's supposed to do that?
Well,
Are you saying you?
like
you-
the spell is supposed to summon a weapon, and like it makes sense that it's summoning a Naginata, but I don't know what everything else is. Lonnie wants to try to summon it again, but try to force it to be a different weapon. I guess like a quarterstaff.
Lee?
Wait, so it looks like a quarterstaff? What?
Lonnie wants to try to resummon it, but make it a quarterstaff.
All right. You try to change its intrinsic shape, its form, and you make me a whiz save.
Ooh, shit.
Is this magical?
No. This is magical is such a weird adjective, right? Well, all right, whatever. Either way,
What is magic?
What is magical?
you feel like you like dull the blade, you shape it into a rod, and you summon this like magical quarterstaff, and it is just brimming with tightly packed red tendrils.
What?
You have a cursed spell.
That's not normal, right, Zion? Like,
I don't know. She could be into that.
are you doing that on purpose, Lonnie?
No, I mean like I made it a quarterstaff, but I don't know what that stuff is.
Can
I'm a-
I inspect it?
I just be careful.
Can I touch it?
I wouldn't do that. I remember there was some gruesome death with this weapon. I don't know. I can't remember the details, but Lonnie thinks back to that, and it's like, just no. I don't know what it's.
Think back to when he messed with the pendulum.
I'm sure it won't be that bad, Lonnie, if I just touch it.
Don't make me stop you.
I would
Okay,
like to
fair enough.
closely inspect it.
And closely inspect it. You guys can both roll investigate to take in everything you can see about it, as it just hovers there inertly.
Oh, can we have our hats and our
Maybe move
pipes?
a little bit closer. Yeah.
Oh no!
Yeah,
not
this roll determines who's Sherlock and who's Holmes, who's Watson.
Wait, are we doing normal or advantage?
Regular, just a regular.
I have advantage because of my item if I
Oh, yeah.
inspect closely.
Dang it!
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I'm watching today.
Zion is like elementary, my dear Tento.
Yes,
so-
of course.
Tento,
Of
it
course,
looks
there's
weird.
Zion.
Zion,
Zion.
it looks as if though the platonic ideal of the staff has twisted in some way to expand into these red ribbon shapes. Now, at first, the tentacles seem to exist and shift slightly at random. However, if one considers the nature of these things and checks their relative expansion, reflection, relationship, and twisting and turning to one another, it becomes clear to you that there is actually a sort of radial symmetry at work here. And furthermore, working backwards, you manage to deduce that it seems to spiral out from an unseen core, not present in the physical dimension, however, no less felt present through this form. A form that Lonnie summons into this realm when she speaks the words to cast this spell and bring about this holy weapon. It feels to you as if, though, the entity that is expressing is yet expanding, and that this nascent expression is a result of its progression. Put another way, the tentacles aren't done growing yet.
Oh. Yeah. Something's growing. Trying to come out.
Lonnie hears that and like immediately dismisses the spell.
Hey, I want to touch it. Can I touch it?
Nope, it's gone.
You try and slap it, but
Aw.
it was unfortunately hovering too high, and you had to, look up, and it's gone.
Dang it! I wanted to touch it.
How is something growing out of us? It's like how
I mean, you are a druid.
What
Maybe it's a druid thing.
are you borrowing your power? How are you summoning this weapon?
I'm not sure. Like it the people at the temple said it was kind of it was a lot like how they cast their magic, but it also wasn't quite the same.
Did the people at the temple summon their weapons like this too? Did it look like this too?
I've seen other people. I mean, like yeah, I've seen other people summon it, and I'm doing exactly what they did, but I don't understand why.
And they had the weird red stuff
No.
too? No? Well, I mean, I don't know what to make of it. Does it hurt you in any way? Does it affect you in any way?
I don't think so.
I mean, there is something that's trying to express itself through your spell.
What?
It's
It's coming from a different dimension.
So like you said earlier, something's trying to creep out. Are you okay, Lonnie?
I
Any
don't
cravings?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think you should be using that spell for a while. Unless you want to be like me and just be completely reckless and just keep using a probably cursed object.
Do you think it would affect anything else I do?
Has it? What other spells do you have that fall under the same like category?
Okay, no, that was a dumb question. Do you think it would affect everything I do?
Well, you healed us a couple times and we don't have red tentacles popping out of us. Well, I don't think I do at least. What about you, Zion?
I
Got any?
also don't think I have any red tentacles.
Lonnie is gonna try to use Cure Wounds on herself.
All right. So you heal yourself. You don't have any health to heal, but you do feel a warmth blossoming within you, life, vitality.
Can I watch the spell?
Yeah, you witnessed Lonnie perform the gesture. You've seen people cast similar spells before, and does that have a verbal component?
It probably does.
As you hear the logos, the words spoken,
Yes.
as magic flows from Lonnie's lips, you do feel a distinct sense, now that you think about it and note it, of warmth and life and vitality crawling, no clawing, no spear pointing towards life that others lack.
Huh.
Hmm.
You okay there, Lonnie? Do you
Okay.
feel?
I will also cast Cure Wounds on Lani.
The light flickers, and Lonnie, you feel the same effect. It doesn't feel any different for you. Zion causes the same events to come about, but there's nothing in the way that Zion does it that speaks to the living, only to the maintenance of the form.
Clearly, she's got to be hurt first. Start stabbing her.
No, I don't think that's the answer, but I like your train of thought.
You're not here, Kabancho's ghost.
His dead body behind us.
Oh yeah, you're right. So you are
Actually,
here.
my body is nearby. You know.
I guess I haven't sent off this stupid soul yet.
Flesh prison.
So I guess I'm gonna ask Lonnie, like, did those feel different?
No, so it's fine.
Well, don't you have another spell that deals with like holy magic stuff?
I mean, this is also supposed to be of the divine sort.
When I was watching you cast, it seemed a little more fierce in its healing properties.
Aggressive healing.
Aggressive healing.
Lonnie,
Well,
Lonnie, you feel as if though you look out into a gentle mist, and rather than seeing a cool night, you see an idiotic stupor. You feel a tight chill, and you don't want to be alone. You want your friends around you tonight, your trusted companions. Your brand new party member as well. He can come too.
Ah, thanks, God.
Thanks, God.
And that one guy. Yeah.
First is the stupid owl, and now it's this. God damn it.
The thing is, the stupid owl is actually quite intelligent.
He's
Yeah,
a
it is.
stupid owl, okay? Oh. God damn it.
So, I mean, if you feel fine, Lonnie, I guess we'll leave you to sleep.
Um. Yeah.
You sure you're good?
Lonnie, you have a deep feeling of desire for your friends to surround you, but
Oh yeah, no, I know that.
but you may reject it at your prerogative.
Oh, what I'm saying is, one of them may or may not find 2 extra bodies near them in the morning.
Aw.
And a horse head too.
All right, so where do you all head off to sleep? If you do head off to sleep,
And guard.
you stand guard.
I'm gonna go sleep
Right,
in. I'm gonna go sleep in a tent.
A tent. Oh, yeah, you find some near here if you want one.
It's not perfect.
I
Alright.
guess wherever Small Bear led me.
So
Rick
Sm-
and Small Bear
Right.
so
You're
Small Bear was sort of like chilling by the southern tents. With them boys, you guys are hanging out, having something to drink, something to eat, and he's just casually getting to know you. He's like, "So Roshi, tell me where you're from. How'd you pick up those crazy powers?"
It's a long story. I don't think we have time for that.
He's like, well, we could die tomorrow if we're going to a battle, so good to get life stories into a quick quip in case you need to give it with a dying breath.
I think it's more of a reason to not waste time. You know.
What
You're
is
the
time?
In the
but
present, not in
wasting?
the past.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Fine.
We're in the present. I agree. No use lingering with memories of the past. And tonight,
Enjoy life as we can.
we drink, we eat, and tomorrow we take the fight to them.
Yes, drink as I don't drink any alcohol.
Yeah. Do you eat though?
Yeah, I'll eat.
Yeah, you do find a delicious fried kip leg. Is sort of here, a little bit cold from the cooking a while ago, but quite tasty if you are so inclined. And
Yeah, I'll have some.
Shirk comes
No
along
reason to. Go ahead.
Shirk comes along and says, "Hey, you bothering the new guy?" And Small Bear's like, "Not at all. We're just sharing some food." He looks over at Roshi. He's like, "Yeah, sure." Shirk is on his guard, looking over his shoulders, cautious, and says, "All right. Don't forget to stand watch." Snaps his finger, points at someone, and is like, "Oh, fine," and makes his way off into the mist.
Yeah, Small Bears are very nice. Very friendly and open.
Hey, Fangrove, you? Yes, very friendly and open. Shirk has already left, but Small Bear takes the words kindly and says, thanks, Hiroshi. You too. I try to make friends where I can, as you say. Who knows what tomorrow holds? All the more reason to live fully today." And Chapeau and Herr Baylor kind of wind up resting near Morenlos. And Sword Dancer Taktora as well. I have a question, Lonnie. Do you sleep with a light on, or are you just chilling in the cart?
I want to do one more thing tonight, but Lonnie doesn't really need a light. She has dark vision.
True. All right. So what does Lonnie do tonight?
Lonnie wants to take Kabancha's coat and see if she can, put it on the back of her shield without ruining it.
What happened?
All right. So you want to take the coat and put it on the shield as an emblem.
Nice.
All right. I would say that fashioning that takes you some time and is frustrating work, but you're ultimately successful.
And then Lonnie's gonna try to go after. I feel like she would have watched where Zion and Tento went after.
Tento is in a nearby tent.
And
Elephantus is nearest to that tent, which may or may not have driven a decision. Tento's part.
Lonnie's gonna put on her cloak and try to embrace. She's gonna cast guidance on herself because she really doesn't want to be out doing this.
You cast guidance on yourself, and what do you go do?
Lonnie's gonna sneak into Tento's tent.
Give me a sneak.
Because I imagine it's much later because she stayed up.
Yeah. Give me the sneak.
God, why do you have such high passive perception?
I'm sleeping.
Nice. Renlos,
Plus,
you
oh wait, guidance.
Renlos, you hear like a snapping twig or like a wind whipping something to your north. Roll me a perception to see if what you see what made the noise out to the north of the mists.
If it is me, it's at disadvantage.
Oh wow.
Roll
Yeah, this cloak
both
is
and we'll see.
nice.
All right, so you don't see Lonnie, but you do see that there is someone, some form, some cloaked figure in the tree line, and they look like they don't think they've been seen.
Oh, that could be completely different.
I don't know how tall is this figure.
They crane around the tree's edge and then, after a moment, begin to recede back behind the tree trunk. People are mostly like sleeping in some state of stupor and fedness. There are some people standing watch, but if anyone's noticed, they haven't said anything. But you have, Morenlos.
I'll go investigate.
All right. You pick up the hammer of Osor and head north. Most people are sleeping, but Gunter is on watch. He says, mein liege, out for a late night patrol. May I accompany you?
Sure, why not?
Oh, good. And he accompanies you. Lonnie,
Okay.
meanwhile, has totally stealthily wade across into Lumi's tent. Zion, what's your passive perception?
Not 20.
15.
All right.
Does Lumi also need to make one, or?
No, it's fine. So Zion, you didn't see anything to the north, but you do see Morenlos and Gunter coming up this way.
Oh, Lord Morenos, what brings you over here?
Oh, just going for stroll.
Ah. I guess have a good stroll. Don't go too far.
All right. So Morenlos, you head out into the woods in the direction of the figure in the tree line, right?
Yeah.
You got Gunter in tow. Otherwise, you are alone. And when you arrive here, you don't see anybody standing here. There's no one immediately behind the tree. Roll me an investigate.
I'm just not good today.
Yeah.
He's no Sherlock.
Gunter, looks around and he says, strange mist tonight. I feel as if though it is hung a little long and thick, but it is normal sometimes in this region. And you both hear a very loud, for this time and night and location, sound of a tree branch sort of wicking back, a slight elevation above both of you. And as this happens, you see someone stepping out from behind the tree. And
Who could it be now?
you see a woman who pulls back her cloak to reveal pointed elven ears and strange tattoos. She looks down at you and she simply asks, "What's your relationship with that halfling?"
There's a halfling here?
Good job.
Give me,
There's two.
give me that deception roll.
Technically there's two. I
Also, like, I'm
Why?
intoxicated, you know, so maybe I just.
Yeah. No. Morelos was like, damn, this stuff gets you fucked up and it tastes nice, and he's been just like
Yeah.
slamming the Noel Hooch. Like he's
Man,
he's
why
a
is
drinker,
that
he can take it,
tea
but
all my
And,
life?
and I lost an arm wrestle, you know.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
like,
Yeah. That's all the hooch. That's all.
Why
it's all
have I been drinking tea all my life when there's this stuff?
yeah. Kunter steps back and he says, "Who are you? Announce
Who
yourself.
are
What are these?
you? Yeah,
what,
who
are,
are you?
what are these questions about halflings to do with us?" And she looks down at you simply, thinks about it, and she hops down, walks forward, and says, "Who am I? Well, I'm Aithwe Lair, and we're about to be very good friends."
like friends again, like gamer friends. Friends are good.
Yes. You're the rebel Lord Morenlos, aren't you?
Rebel.
Yes.
guess.
The Hammer of Osor at your side. A new banner, flying high. Come from Tessen's latest province. And now you're going to take the capital, aren't you?
Might try.
She steps in closer and says, "Well then, maybe I'll help you. You see, I have a very personal matter to take care of, and I think you're just the total barbarian lord to help me."
Because there's so many of them.
And she opens her mouth. You look deep into her eyes, and as the mist sways, your companions rest, and you try and fight through the drunken haze like, oh man, this is going to be a conversation I want to remember in the morning. I got to sober up real quick. You try to like eat some of the mist to like drink water and sober up faster. You feel as if though the outro music just starts playing, and Morelos' mind spins, and his eyes retract, and his vision retracts into the sky, and you fly up, and you see the mist floating in this strange oblong shape, almost like a gormless idiot's face, hanging thick over the woods. And
Look, no consequences, okay?
And why is the outro song not playing? You kidding me? Roll 20.
Is
I can hear
plan
it.
on our end now.
It literally played for like 10 seconds. Look it out for me. All right. But yeah, thank you all for coming out. As you know, on the 21st, we're running our Kickstarter campaign. Due to the tightness of the scheduling, this will be our last D&D game before that break occurs. We will be right back at it again after the Kickstarter campaign has run its course, and we will be continuing the adventures of High Road deep into the foreseeable future, into the unknowable past. And all that said and done, I think that we're going to enter the feedback phase clockwise from center. As I see it, that makes it David. David, hit me with it. The favorite, the least favorite, what you're looking forward to.
Favorite is definitely arm wrestle. Sad I lost. Least favorite was losing the arm wrestle.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. You know, I'm non-combat sessions.
Mm.
Though we had some good roleplay between like Zion and Casey. That was pretty enjoyable.
Zion and Casey.
Zion, Casey, sorry, Zion and Lonnie. And of course, I'm looking forward to this whole thing that's gonna go down. Of course.
Yeah.
You know, super far future.
Yeah. You feel as if though this is a night that could take weeks. Yeah.
Guess it's good to end like that. So.
Yeah. I try to keep it decent amount of like some going on, but you know, casual, so we can just move on.
Yeah.
Anything else or?
Nope. That's it. I'm gonna head off. So.
Alright, peace, night.
See y'all
Hey.
later.
Yeah, man.
Wait, before you go, did you put the potion in your inventory somewhere?
Did you give me I thought you gave Tento a potion.
No, I gave you one as well.
Oh,
So
okay. I'll do that.
the 2d4 plus 2, just so
Yeah.
you remember you have.
Lesser potion of healing, yay!
All right, cool. I'll see you all around.
Amen.
And Kai, you also got one in case you didn't put that in.
All right, so Kai, hit me with it.
Favorite part? Yeah, talking to Lonnie about how to say that someone's dead. Yep.
You mean free from the flesh prison?
Yes, freed from the flesh prison or the bone cage. Yeah.
Man, if
very,
only Yahoo Answers were dead.
very
Crazy
fun
that.
RP session.
Yeah.
So, think I would have preferred if the piece wasn't as long.
The what wasn't as long?
Beast
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
really get anything done. But yeah. I look forward to how Lonnie will teach Zion
I'm not.
how to be tactful.
For the record, I'm not.
It's
I don't think you have a choice.
look, it's tact, Krieg.
Uh, no charisma person trying to play high charisma character. Why? Do you have to-
Yeah. And what this weird person that's talking to no one else is gonna do to us. And our fight at Ash Pit on level 7. Yep, that's it for me.
All right. Now then, Darren is Karen, as they say.
Just call me Karen.
Yep, you're
Damn,
bringing
I just called you a
Damn.
Karen. That's terrible.
Jesus. What did I do to you, Lee?
Hateful words crossing my lips right now.
the party.
You split
yeah.
the party.
I spent the party. Yeah. This is a lot of fun today. You know, a lot of good RPing going around. You know, like everyone's been saying that Zion and Lonnie interaction was great. I'm glad I set it up.
Yeah.
I set it up there.
What do
I
you mean
get
you said?
confidence.
Oh, yeah, but you know, I put the rest of the path there. I'll put you in the credits. It's fine.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome. But no, that was a lot of fun. Finally having the pure milled blades and how they're different from, or how different they are from the rest is pretty cool. I'm wondering who this lady is.
Mm.
I don't know. I mean, she
Or
could be
do
talking about-
you know?
Or do I? You know, she could be looking for what's his face? What was his name again?
Piotr?
Piotr? Yeah, she could be looking for Piotr. Who knows? I don't. Or do I? Who knows? What else? I think that's about it for me. You know, I'm excited for level 7 where I can avoid most damage at that point. That's exciting. I'm excited to finally use these pure metal blades. And I'm excited to see where all this goes. I think
Yeah.
that's it for me.
All right. Now then, Casey, hit me with it.
I think this was a good thing to have before Ash Pit. Just like letting us kind of possibly tie up loose ends. I like that you asked us like multiple times, like, hey, is there anything you guys want to do? Just throughout the whole session, because I think we needed that. Just like, you know, this is like your last chance, you know, before the big battle and stuff. And it didn't
feel super unnatural, or like it didn't feel like that, like out there, that like, you know, we had to go meet up with, we had to wait for Tenko. The feast like kind of prolonged that time, and then just like, you know, this is kind of calm before the storm. I felt the beginning was a little slow. But like after that, I thought the pacing was more or less okay. Like the feast was kind of, it was fun. I'm a little sad that like my character didn't really have a reason to, you know, be a part of it, because she's a ball of stress right now. But like I don't know, I just think it was like a good thing to have, like a and like because of all the times like asks like, oh, is there anything you want to do? Is there anyone you want to go like look for and stuff like that? We got fun RP sessions, like he's trying to teach Zion how to be tactful.
Just so you know, that's not over.
You know what? Maybe I don't want to go back to the keep all of a sudden. Maybe I just want to constantly have something to do and not have another night off. You're good at making stuff sound creepy. Like the stuff in the water and the weird god that I may or may not have just like pissed off incredibly.
Don't worry, that god is really stupid.
That's mean. I won't say that.
Oh, all right, yeah, say it later.
I was gonna say one more thing. I'm excited about this new character. I am excited about the upcoming fight with Ashpit. Especially because the inspiration you gave us was very, very. It's very nice, but also very scary in a way.
I could say with that comet falling to Earth, I could say I really changed your stars.
And whatchamacallit? I am a little torn about this weird cliffhanger, because on one hand, yay, cliffhanger, and I'm excited for what's going on next, but at the same time, this is gonna be a long month trying to figure out what just happened. But yeah, and I guess like last positive, the NPCs are always fun. Like, it also hurts just Bardica crying over Strip Cabancho and sad drinking.
Indeed. Bardica's lost many friends to iniquity, and he will surely lose more before the fighting is over. But it really hurt to lose Cabancho. Thought he was going to make it to the end.
Oh, he did too.
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it for me.
All right. With that, I believe we pass on to, well, Cabancho passes on, but we pass forward to, Shin.
We blow it over to
You blow it over to Shin. You blow it over to Orochi. There's gonna be so many blowing puns from now on.
Yep, all of them.
Don't forget about the fucking ones.
I'm glad you're giving a lot of the NPCs more spotlight, having them speak more. I'm sure it's a lot more stress and a lot more things you have to keep in mind for you, especially since they're all here basically. But I appreciate you taking that extra effort. I'm excited to see who this new NPC is too. And I have a feeling we're gonna side with them. So that is me, Orochi, speaking.
Wait, so what are you saying about
This new elf NPC.
Mm.
From Oroshi's standpoint, I was like, oh, she seems fine. She seems capable. We should probably help her out. And I'm excited to see how party conflict ensues, or just conflict
No.
against her.
No conflict. Why would there be conflict?
And I'm glad you're giving me options and chances to like show off my abilities. And I honestly thought I was gonna get hazed by fucking Small Bear. They're gonna send me to like the backside of this barn and like start beating on me. And it's like, huh, you good enough for the army now? But that was my expectation. But
I would
It
say you
was,
guys are still giving Small Bear a lot of shit.
he deserves it. But no, it was wholesome, and no one's warned him about, or no one's warned Orochi about Small Bear. Small Bear has no reason to like doubt or be sketchy about him. So yeah, Small Bear has a friend now, or at least one.
One person who doesn't hate his guts.
Yep.
I don't
Negatives.
hate Small Bear.
Not anymore. But
He
yeah.
did snack you with a tree.
I agree with Queso. I think the beginning was a little slow, but I mean we had a big fight, a lot of like we had a lot going on, a lot of activities going on last time. And
Also, I
I
forgot to
think
mention
was
this,
a
but if
good
anybody drops a
confidence
viewer feedback, I will read it.
I think the way you ended it was good. Just because we're gonna have a small hiatus until we get to our next session. But yeah, it'd be cool to see what comes of this, and hopefully the hyenas, or sorry, not hyenas, the gnolls don't screw us too hard. Not really a negative, but like I was expecting more negotiations and interactions with the gnolls for this feast. It felt like we're just like having a feast with our army plus a few guests.
Yeah, I mean,
that
like
happened
I
on
didn't
timeline.
like. It kind of was clear to me that like none of the players were super interested in like doing a negotiation session. So I was like, I figured
fair.
I'd rub it over in favor of the things that were more interesting to us, because that's
That's
where we're
fair.
gonna get the better role play. But yeah, I mean, I probably should have paid more heed to it.
But no, that was also me, Cabancho, setting that up, and now me, Cabancho's not here
Yeah,
anymore.
no, I was
so-
like, I was thinking the whole time like this would really be a Cabancho thing, but Cabancho ain't here to do
Yeah.
it.
But no, overall, I think you handled it very well, considering there was a player death, or sorry, character death.
Your death,
Um,
oh good god.
Things I look forward to. I think as I started to put this off, the new elf NPC, and I'm looking forward to see how we get inside Ash Pit and just fuck over any planning you had originally.
Mm-hmm.
That's my 2 cents.
Awesome. Well then, with that 2 cents in the jar, I think that we are. I mean, I will check briefly. I doubt that there's. Yeah, there isn't. I forgot to remind. We'll work on this feature. But yeah, you're all beautiful. Thank you for coming out, and we are going to raid Behold Roleplay for the first time ever. So let's go be nice. And they're playing a Knoll game of some sort. Looks like they got some cute Knolls, and that seems relevant. So we're all going to give our best menacing laughers there. Hey, Lamp. Never feed the viewers, encourages the blighters. Yeah. Alright, well, but thanks for everyone coming out. But we are going to be pumping over the raid now. And yeah, Change Stars Kickstarter begins on the 21st. And there's going to be a lot of Change Stars streams. A lot of them. And a lot of Change Stars things. And God, I need to get that quick start out. Anyway, we'll talk. You'll be aware if you're any sort of person remotely involved with this channel. I'll be spamming any way I have to communicate with you with information about the Kickstarter very soon. So, hang on to that till then. Raiden. Oh my